trying to figure this all out up until the very last minute. Probably a late night here in the West Wing.
Fox's Peter Ducey. The White House will get a ballroom. President Trump ordering construction paid for by the president and other donors, a project that will also modernize the East Wing. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A one-third interest in Penske Entertainment. Cloudy skies and 68 degrees on Monument Circle. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:02. Fox Corporation is making a move in Indy Car. John Herrick explains.
Fox Corporation is acquiring a one-third interest in Penske Entertainment, which owns the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the NTT Indy Car Series. This deal includes a multi-year extension of Fox Sports' media rights for Indy Car. Fox Sports CEO Eric Shanks says he's excited about the sport's passionate fans and the elite competition. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News. Imagine how long it can take to put out a fire when it's hot and uncomfortable outside.
It's a very coordinated effort. It just takes a while. It's almost August, so hot summer sun, and then the pile of the metal that's on fire is super hot. So all that together makes it for a rough day.
Captain Eric Bannister with the Wayne Township Fire Department says it took them about an hour to put the fire out at an auto salvage yard on North Mickley Avenue. It happened Wednesday morning on Indy's west side.
When we first arrived, we had heavy smoke showing. You could see from pretty much anywhere in Indianapolis.
He says firefighters are looking into the cause of the fire and no one was injured. If you're working out in the sun, just drink plenty of water and take breaks. Cards are flying, dice are rolling on tables, and downtown Indy is full of gamers for Gen Con.
I made the goggles, the outfit, and then some of the little bits that I fixed up on the inside of the mask.
That man says he dressed as a cat to escape real life and dive into Gen Con, which is North America's biggest tabletop gaming event, running through Sunday at the Indiana Convention Center. Contract negotiations are continuing between the Kroger Central Division and UFCW Local 700.
Y'all ready to fight? Yeah! What happens when we fight? Yeah! And what we're talking about here is about workers.
Kroger employees and members of the AFL-CIO, which is one of the largest unions in the country, came together Wednesday to show support while current discussions continue. The Indiana Fever beat the Phoenix Mercury Wednesday at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis. They take on the Dallas Wings Friday evening at 7:30. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It is now 3:04.
It's summer in Indiana, and I'm betting the floors in your home are dirtier than the infield the day after the 500. I'm also guessing they probably appreciate a good cleaning. Hi, this is Denny Smith, and there is no better go-to resource for cleaning those floors than Zero-Res. They can handle virtually every surface in your home. Carpets, tile and grout, hardwood, laminate, stone, upholstery, rugs, and even your air ducts. Before we get any deeper into summer, you can get 3 rooms Zero-Resified and get 1 room free and $50 off air duct cleaning too. Zero-Res means zero residue, and it's in the water they use. The unique ZR water uses no soap, no harsh chemicals, and leaves no residue, just healthy, fresh surfaces. Zero-Res cleans our floors, and I'll tell you that it is simply amazing, and it works. But don't take my word for it. Just check out the 4,900 5-star Google reviews. Call now. Mention WIBC. When you get 3 rooms cleaned, you get 1 room for free and $50 off air duct cleaning. 317-388-5141 or ZeroResIndy.com.
You've got WIBC traffic at 3:05. Here's Alan Green.
Thank you, Jake. An accident on 46th east of College Avenue at Carrollton. 65 northbound stacks up from Raymond to the south split through construction. Southbound collector heavy from Meridian to the north split. 465 eastbound between Allisonville and 69 traffic is slow. This report brought to you by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Alan. And now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
In the evening hours will be mostly cloudy outside to start, but clearing out overnight with a low temperature dropping to 60 degrees and skies clearing out into dry air. So no more of that sticky feel in the forecast Friday with a high temperature below the 80-degree mark. Really nice outside. On Wish TV, Storm Track 8 meteorologist Renner Sudas for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. A commitment to Indy Car, a commitment to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Along with it, Hammer, I like this deal. Why don't you walk us through what I'm talking about here?
So, Fox Corp, the people that own Fox News, Fox Sports, they have acquired 1/3 of Penske Entertainment.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, Roger Penske is the owner of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the Indy Car Series. So, now again, bear with me because my voice is probably going to go out at some point in this show.
Yeah, you got enough whiskey to take care of that?
Right.
Yeah, keep it nice and smooth. Those vocal cords nice and smooth, buddy.
About $135 million investment from Fox
right on
to Penske Entertainment. So they bought in for 1/3 of the company. And it sounds like this is for marketing purposes of the Indy Car Series. Fox spent a lot of money to have the races on their network. And again, my opinion might not be everybody's. I don't know if Fox feels like they're getting the proper marketing for other races outside the Indy 500. So they want to showcase the drivers' personalities. They want to do their own marketing in some of these other places where they have races where the attendance might not be as good. This is a big-time investment by Fox, and I think it's going to be good for the series.
And again, the attendance for the Brickyard 400, our most recent, a couple of days ago, it was well attended. You were telling me it's one of the top attended NASCAR races there are in the circuit, in the series, but it just is such a huge piece of property and could fit 300, 400,000 people into it that it looks like it's, it ain't got nothing going on. Oh, nobody's at that race. When in fact, it's one of the top attended races in NASCAR.
Right. You look at the amount of people that attended the Brickyard 400, the NASCAR race, that would probably be overwhelming for a track like Atlanta, or if you put it at another place on the NASCAR schedule.
Wow.
Now, Daytona will always be Daytona. Talladega will always be Talladega. But the Brickyard 400 does fine. But we're talking about the Indy Car Series here.
Yes.
The Indy Car Series, outside of Indy, and maybe a few other places. Long Beach does well. Road America up in the Milwaukee area does pretty well. St. Pete does pretty well. But the other tracks, man, like I don't know if Iowa's coming back, but the attendance there was awful. Just awful. So I'm excited for this. This is good. This is a good thing. The IndyCar season is averaging a 31% increase in viewership year over year. This is the first year they've been on Fox. So that's good news, and now Fox is wanting to grow on that.
And Fox is obviously doing a much better job than what was NASCAR on before? Was it NBC?
IndyCar was...
Or IndyCar was on.
NBC, yes.
NBC. So I like the fact that it's not only a commitment to IndyCar as a whole, but the enhanced relationship in the iconic Indianapolis Motor Speedway is also involved in this.
Correct. So go big or go home. Fox is putting a lot of money into this. They are 1/3 in the ownership group, basically. And it sounds like they want to focus predominantly on the marketing aspect. So that's good. And again, if I can make it through this show without sounding like RFK Jr. at the end, it's going to be a miracle of modern science.
I got a tea back there I could get you. Tea bag.
Excuse me? Today, and you heard about this in the news at the top of the hour, the National Organized Labor Bus Tour came to Indy. Okay. Basically to assist with the Kroger employees because they're asking the company for more money. And the talks, the negotiations for a new contract between the Kroger employees and the chain seems like they're kind of at a stalemate here. Now, the union heads say that a strike not imminent, but if they're bringing in the national high rollers to kind of fire up the base here, Nige, it's probably the next step, I would imagine.
I want to see them do well. I want to see the workers do well and get as much money as they can. Make as much money as possible. I want to see them negotiate it. They deserve it.
I want to see people back at the checkout line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not just me having to do it. I want actual workers at the checkout line.
That was one of the things we were talking about yesterday, maybe the day before, how AI some of those cashier jobs in the next 20, 30 years going to disappear. Millions of dollars in paychecks disappearing because of AI. I don't like AI when I go to the grocery. I like human beings. I don't want to do my own bagging.
Right.
All right. Here's my stuff. Scan it and bag it, lady.
That's actually the way you proposed to Lindsay, I believe. You gave her a ring. Hey, scan it and bag it, lady. If you need a reason to drink tonight, Nige, I've got a couple different reasons. One more somber, one more fun. Raise one up because 3 years ago, we lost Noah Shanavaz. Police officer.
Raise one up.
Elwood, I believe. Man, just gunned down in an ambush attack by a piece of human excrement.
Definitely thinking about the Shanavaz family today, for sure.
We've been able to develop somewhat of a cordial relationship with the family over the last couple of years. And, man, the post that his mom put out on social media today.
I read that. It was tough to read.
God bless Lori.
Yeah.
God bless the family. And just know your son's memory will always live on. As long as this show has microphones that function, we will remember the heroes that deserve to be remembered. So have faith, have solace in that. Also, happy 63rd birthday to actor Wesley Snipes.
Oh, wow.
Wesley Snipes, 63. Now, producer
Wesley
Allison
Snipes.
is out on a little girls' trip to Nashville.
Good for
We've got the
her.
lovely Kylan filling in today.
Man, I wish I were in Nashville instead of here.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks a pant load. All right. So you're like a theater kind of rat, right? You do some theater stuff, right?
Yep, theater and film.
Okay. So I feel like this is in your wheelhouse. We've got 5 clips of Wesley Snipes movies. I've set the over-under on movies that you can name at 2.5. So, Nige, do you think our theater expert over here can name over or under 2.5 Wesley Snipes movies?
I'm looking at her face right now. I think I'm going to have to take the under on this one. I'm
You know,
sorry,
that's
Kylan.
probably a good call.
Sorry, Kylan.
Okay, so 1 and 2 cashes the under. 3, 4, and 5 cashes the over. All right, clip number 1.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Some mother bleeper always trying to ice skate uphill. Name that Wesley Snipes movie. Kylan
Nothing.
can't be looking
I
it
got
up.
nothing.
Blade.
Is that, you know?
Okay,
The
0 for
vampire
1.
movie.
You got plenty of time to
Well,
redeem
then
yourself.
This is it. Blade was the only one that I had a chance at, and if that's it, we're out. We're out.
Number 2.
Charlie, you ever play roulette? On occasion. Well, let me give you a word of advice. Always bet on black.
Always bet on black. What's that movie, theater girl?
I'm gonna say I'm a Broadway girl. I ain't no film here
Passenger
anymore.
57.
Always bet on black.
I'm sorry, guys.
Number 3.
Were you or were you not head of the Narcotics Consortium, the murderously bloody CMB?
Yes, I was a member, but I was forced into this way of life. Hey, look, I've been dealing drugs ever since I was 12 years old. See, I didn't have the chances that you have, Miss Hawkins.
Name that drug kingpin movie.
Oh man, I wish I knew.
New Jack.
New Jack City.
Hustler. Love the soundtrack. Ice-T. Oh, man.
Number 4.
Y'all listen. Well, what am I supposed to do? Eat it?
No. You're supposed to hear it.
Hey, well, I just said I like to listen to it, man.
No. There's a difference between hearing and listening. See, white people, y'all can't hear Jimmy. You listen.
Basketball movie.
Basketball movie. We'll give you a hint.
Come on, Kylan.
No?
I got nothing.
White man can't jump?
All right, number 5. This is in my wheelhouse here.
Say hey. Willie Mays Hayes here. Play like Mays, and I run like Hayes.
It's a baseball movie. If we're playing password, it's blank blank baseball, the professional league.
Major League Baseball.
Major League! Hey, that
Major
counts.
League.
There we go.
You
There's
got
one. There's
You got
one.
Can I say my introduction? This is how young I am. My introduction to Wesley Snipes was with the Deadpool and Wolverine cameo with him in it for Blade.
Wow.
That was where I was at, and that introduced me to Blade.
Well,
and
I'm
all of
sorry,
the
I don't
series.
speak excuse.
Isn't that so
Kylan.
sad? That's where we're at today. Gosh.
That sounds like loser talk to me.
Oh,
That
no,
sounds like
poor
excuses,
Kylan.
Take a shot for me.
Matt Baer is out. But we've got mean Alan Green standing by. What's up, brother?
Quite right. Hello there. Hey, 465 eastbound after 74. Crash has a left lane block. Traffic is stacked up from Brookville. 65 northbound slows through construction from Raymond to the south split. Southbound collector is heavy from the north split to the south split. On 69 southbound near State Road 37, a crash. 2 left lanes are blocked, and traffic is backed up from 126th. This report brought to you by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best damn concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
70 right now at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Nice.
We got a bunch of prizes to give away, like 5 pairs of tickets to the Indiana State Fair. We've got Kansas Jefferson Starship tickets. We got Aldine tickets. Senator Jim Banks is coming on. Rob Kendall's coming on, not at the same time. And we are going to have a great show today. Don't go anywhere. If anything, stick around to see how long my voice is going to hold up. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
What if one day could change the trajectory of your life? A sharpening of character, a challenge to grow deeper, stand stronger, and lead better in faith, family, and purpose. At the Life Church Men's Event on Saturday, August 2nd, you'll hear raw truth from men who've been through the fire. You'll worship, connect, and leave with more than inspiration. You'll leave with a battle plan. Show up, lean in, let God do the rest. Register at lifechurchin.com.
Hammer and Nigel here, inviting you to join us as we kick off the weekend every Friday around 5:45 with Beer Sample Friday, brought to you by our friends at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
I'm a grandson, a son, I'm an employee and a mentor. I'm a father to 2 beautiful kids and a husband to an amazing wife. And I have a substance use disorder. In other words, I'm living in recovery with an addiction. And now that you know, will you let it change how you see me? It's okay to see my addiction. But I want you to know, it's people choosing to see me as a person that changed my life.
See the person, not just their disease. Learn more at cbeyondtheaddiction.org.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air.
Hey, this is Malia. We often get asked when is the best time to buy, and the answer is today, not tomorrow. With rising utility costs, rising product costs, and missed opportunity costs, which you could be saving with a high-efficiency system. Give us a call today to schedule your free in-depth estimate, 317-577-8077.
Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln & Fishers. Come see the full line of breathtaking Lincoln vehicles at Indiana's premier Lincoln dealership. From the moment you arrive at Tom Roush Lincoln, you'll know you've arrived. Shop over 200 new Lincolns in our state-of-the-art family-owned and operated dealership with no pressure. Just the award-winning service and respect you deserve. Plus, with any new Lincoln, your first 5 oil changes are on us. Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln & Fishers.
First 5 oil changes complimentary with any new Lincoln purchase or lease. See dealer for complete details.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Fill your tank. Don't drain your wallet. Sam's Club lets you save time at the pump with Scan and Go checkout at Sam's Club fuel stations. Just scan the QR code on the pump and pay. Visit your local Sam's Club today.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Oh, yeah, fired up for tomorrow. One of our favorite broadcasts of the year, the Hammer and Nigel Road Show. State Fairgrounds, Beer Garden, Tap Room, whatever you want to call it, for a Beer Sample Friday. Thanks to Wilson Farm Market for the big show sponsor out there. And I think it's pretty cool. I'm fired up to talk to Danny Hutton from Three Dog Night. Three Dog Night on the free stage later on that night. And you got to say, when we're talking about Three Dog Night, Hammer, I want you to tell me the signature song. Is it "Mama Told Me Not to Come"? Is it "One Is the Loneliest Number"? Or is it "Joy to the World"? Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Probably that one. Joy to the
Joy
World.
to the World. Do you think so?
Yeah.
It's either that or "Mama Told Me Not to Come." One is huge too.
Right.
One is huge, but that'll be cool to get to talk to Danny Hutton. I think I don't know if he's coming in is he going to come in the tap room or just call us? He's going to be right there. Might as well stop in and get a beer with us.
I would think so. He's got the invite.
Lead singer of one of a huge American rock band from the 60s.
Depends on how much mess we have in the studio area after the deep fried Oreo contest, which is scheduled to take place at 4:06, assuming listener Mariachi Bob shows up. And if he does show up, I hope he brings like Mrs. Mariachi Bob, because I want to heckle her like Mr. T.
I knew you were going to say it.
Hey, woman!
Hey,
woman! I bet you go to sleep every night wishing you had a real man. Go straight Clubber Lang.
Except instead of a boxing ring, it's a box of deep fried Oreos.
They're so good. Like if you've never had one from the State Fair, so
Who
good.
Did you do? Did you do it with Chris last year? Was that your first year?
No, that was the second year. The first year, I think I went toe-to-toe against you.
Really?
And I dusted you.
Yeah.
Dusted Chris Hammer last year. And now, listener, Mariachi Bob wants the smoke.
Do we have a prize for Mariachi Bob, or is it just sort of the the pride?
The bragging rights.
Bragging rights that I beat Hammer.
His prize is going to be heartburn. That's probably what he's going to get.
Diabetes. Welcome to Type 2 Diabetes, Mariachi Bob.
Congratulations. Lots of Indiana beers, too. And, again, Wilson Farm Market, they're the absolute best. Thank you so much for sponsoring our program out there tomorrow. It's one of our favorite shows of the year. Gen Con back in town, Nige.
Yeah,
saw a bunch of people walking around.
Me too. I had to come in through the south side of the city this morning. Holy God almighty. I don't know how you do that every day. I don't know how you do it every day. I usually come in from the north, like the northwest side of 65 into probably Meridian, go down Pennsylvania. I'm avoiding West Street right now like the plague. But, yeah, tons of people downtown, tons of Gen Connors, but the construction, I sat in traffic for a half hour downtown.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you do it every
There's
day.
nowhere you can go where there's not construction or restrictions.
Or you can avoid the waiting in traffic. There's nothing.
And when big conventions are in town, whether it's the firefighters or the Boy Scouts or the FFA or whatever, now it's Gen Con, it's just wall-to-wall people. Now, I like the Gen Con folks. Like, a lot of people make fun of them. Oh, look at these nerds. Man, they're cool people. They come down here. They don't cause a problem. They spend their money. You know, I don't recall any broken windows caused by the Gen Con crowd.
No.
I don't recall any issues at 2 o'clock in the morning by rowdy Gen Con attendees. No, man, they come down here and they have a good time. And I told this story to Ethan Hatcher and Kloppensteinstein earlier because they were filling in for Kendall and Casey.
Yeah.
Great moments in Gen Con history.
Yeah.
Remember that year where the Ferguson riots were taking place? And the big lie was, hands up, don't shoot.
Yeah.
The Michael Brown story. The media told us that he said, hands up, don't shoot before being shot. And that was a total lie. Total fabrication. Never happened. But there was a hands up, don't shoot rally happening on Monument Circle the same weekend Gen Con was happening. And I was walking around the circle, getting some steps in before the show. And at the most poignant moment, right at the most, passionate part where all the crowd, probably about 50 people, were going, hands up, don't shoot. There was a dude in a full Chewbacca suit. And he was like just walking by, had a gift bag. He was just in town for the convention, had no idea the protest was taking place. Full suit, like, Chewie walking by.
Probably oblivious to whatever was going on, had no idea, loved his suit. I heard that's incredible, by the way.
That's awesome.
Ryan Hedrick from our WIBC newsroom came up to me earlier in the kitchen. He goes, I just met a furry. I go, really? Is your first time meeting a furry? Yeah, he was covering Gen Con downtown.
That's why Matt Bear's not here today.
I go, so did you not know what a furry was? Or, like, a furry is just an adult human being that dresses up like a cat. And he said this dude spent, or any sort of animal whatsoever. He said this dude said that, and maybe we'll hear it in one of his reports, he said this furry couldn't face reality, so he spent $3,000 on a cat outfit and walks around as a cat, as a furry.
Whatever makes him happy. If he's got the money and he wants to spend it on that, knock yourself out. But the connotation furry can also mean individuals who like to dress up as critters or characters and have adult relations in said costumes.
Well, sure. Yeah.
I feel like you were leaving a big important part of that out of the description.
This is family program and my grandma's listening.
Okay. Boy, I bet Grandma hates this show.
No. She's got 2 radios, one for upstairs, one for downstairs.
So listen, we want as many people as possible to join us at the Indiana State Fair tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Okay? So here's what we're going to do. Caller number 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And 13. 5 winners. Each winner gets 4 tickets.
Cool.
But it's got to be for tomorrow. Okay? You get the perk of the reserved seating section for 3 Dog Night at the Hoosier Lottery free stage.
No kidding?
Plus, you can hang out with us during the show in the air-conditioned tap room. So if you can go to our show tomorrow, don't call if you can't go to the show or the fair tomorrow. Sit this one out. We got other contests later. But if you can, caller number 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Call right now at 239-9393.
Your car is more than just a car. You need more than just a garage. Expert-level automotive service, customization, and care is available for you at GR Brands campus in Zionsville. Home to Graham Rahal Performance and Rahal Paint Protection. From routine maintenance to custom tuning and parts, paint protection film, window tint, and ceramic coating to full-scale custom builds, GR Brands is your all-in-one destination. GR Brands also offers a curated selection of rare supercars when you're ready to elevate your collection. If your passion rests on 2 wheels, Rahal Power Sports on the GR Brands campus is for you. Featuring Ducati, Piaggio, Vespa, Aprilia, and Moto Guzzi. Whether you're a collector, a casual rider, or a monster on the track, you'll find the service, sales, and support every rider needs. The perfect ride for your lifestyle is waiting at Rahal Power Sports. Start riding or expand and enhance your 2-wheel collection today. From the neighborhood to the track, Rahal Power Sports will help you do it with confidence and style. Make every drive and every ride extraordinary. Start now at GrahamRahal.com/GRBrands.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is $0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Your child is 18, and suddenly you no longer have legal access to their medical info, even in an emergency. No health decisions, no financial help, nothing, unless you plan ahead. That's why Trust and Will created the Young Adult Plan. It includes HIPAA authorization, healthcare directives, and power of attorney. Everything your child needs to stay protected and stay connected. Go to trustandwill.com and get your Young Adult Plan for just $69, because turning 18 shouldn't mean cutting parents out of the picture. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trust and Will. 93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
An update on that man. The skies are still cloudy, and you've now got 69 degrees in the Circle City. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:30. The Nevada man responsible for a fatal shooting of a Reno casino has died. Here's Fox's Kristen Goodwin.
Sparks police announcing Dakota Hoover was pronounced dead overnight. The 26-year-old had been in critical condition since exchanging in gunfire with officers on Monday. Officials say Hoover opened fire on a crowd of people at a valet area outside of the Grand Sierra Resort in Reno, killing 3 people and injuring 3 others. According to police, he was armed with a 9mm handgun, firing approximately 80 rounds using multiple magazines. Investigators have yet to share a possible motive, noting he had no criminal history and no documented connection to the casino or any of the victims. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
The U.S. has placed sanctions on Alexandre Moraes, the Brazilian Supreme Court Chief Justice. He is the judge overseeing the criminal trial of former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro. State Department Principal Deputy Spokesperson Tommy Pickett accused Moraes of overstepping his authority on the court.
Moraes further abused his position to authorize unjust pretrial detentions and undermine freedom of expression. The actions taken by Moraes impact U.S. persons and companies, and the United States does not tolerate malign foreign actors who abuse their positions of authority to undermine freedom of expression of American citizens.
Former Brazilian President Bolsonaro is a longtime ally of President Trump. He is accused of trying to plan a coup after he lost the election in 2022. A big grocery chain continues to fight for better wages and benefits. Here's Johnette Cruz.
Contract negotiations continue for Kroger employees across central Indiana. The Kroger Central Division and UFCW Local 700 bargaining committees met last week, going back to the table to discuss a new contract. Wednesday, one of the country's biggest unions stopped in Indianapolis to show support.
No, as your representative, I will always stand with you. I will always fight with you.
That's Congressman Andre Carson speaking to the employees who are looking for better wages and benefits. To ensure stability, the current contract has been extended through August 30th. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Heavy storms are hitting the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic with a big flood risk for major cities like New York and Philadelphia. It's all happening as a cold front moves through, which is also bringing a drop in temperature after that recent heat wave. It's 3:33, and you've got traffic and weather coming in 1 minute.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
With traffic now at 3:34, here's Alan Green.
Thank you, Jake. 69 southbound near State Road 37. A crash. 2 left lanes are blocked. Traffic is solid from before 126th. On 70 westbound at Harding, the exit ramp is closed due to a crash. 46 east of College at Carrollton, there's an accident. 465 eastbound before Ditch, a crash that has the right lane blocked. This report brought to you by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best damn concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
In the evening hours, will be mostly cloudy outside to start, but clearing out overnight with a low temperature dropping to 60 degrees and skies clearing out into dry air. Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Jordan Sudas for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Wash away my sorrow, wash away my shame with the rain down my life.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. The older I get, the more I find myself saying things out loud that, like, if 22-year-old alternative rock DJ Nigel would have heard me say, like, it would have punched me in the face. Right. Like, I'm about to say something right now that is so nerdy, but so true. Trump's Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessant, is kind of kick-ass. He's a breakout star in this Trump administration. We'll go to seriously. We'll make the case here. Breitbart News Capitol Hill correspondent Bradley J. was in D.C. with this event that Breitbart put on with Secretary Bessant. Talk about who this guy is and why he's kind of a breakout star in the Trump administration, and what this event was all about, and then we'll maybe dig into the weeds a little bit, Bradley.
It's great to be with y'all. Yeah, when Scott Bessant was announced as the finalist for Treasury Secretary, a lot of people were asking who this guy was. If you'd been reading Breitbart and listening to our Saturday radio show on SiriusXM over the years, you probably knew who he was. He was basically almost a contributor to us. He was a maybe once a month guest on our Washington bureau chief Matt Boyle's Saturday radio show during the campaign. So he was someone who a lot of Trump folks knew very well. I mean, this guy is a pedigreed Wall Street guy. He's really Trump's Wall Street whisperer in a lot of ways, but he also brings a MAGA credibility that someone like Steven Mnuchin in the first term, who did, I think, a fine job as Treasury Secretary, but he just didn't have that credibility with the base that Bessant has. He is. It's so hard to find someone.
Don't even compare him to Janet Yellen. Oh, dear Lord.
He's a nice guy. I wouldn't do that to him.
And I love that we're comparing this guy to, like, people Nigel has partied with. Nigel is a rock DJ, Bradley, has been backstage with Tommy Lee. He's interviewed Slash. And we're sitting here talking about Scott Bessant like he's in that same conversation.
Well, look, I would love to find a place in this administration for Slash. I don't know if that's going to happen. For now, we'll have to make do with Scott Bessant. But, hey, he's a rock star, and you're exactly right. He seems to have come out of nowhere to be he's in a position, Treasury Secretary is not really the sexiest position, but, man, he's taking care of business, and he's become a star.
And talk about some of the accomplishments that he has been able to achieve and some of the agendas that are being pushed by Donald Trump and what he's been able to do in terms of finance and the economy and things like that.
Well, what's so amazing about the work that Bessant did, and he talked about this yesterday at our event at length on Breitbart.com. We've got, 15 or 20 stories up about our event yesterday, still on our front page. But he has his hand in almost everything, in trade and all these tariff negotiations with all of these countries around the world. He is one of maybe the key players in all that. In combating the fentanyl crisis, he's playing a leading role with that. He talked yesterday about what they're doing in sanctioning these Mexican banks and investment firms. Obviously, combating China is one of Trump's key priorities. Scott Bessant is right there leading. He talked yesterday, he had been in Stockholm, Sweden, negotiating with the Chinese. He talked at length about that yesterday, about how China's, quote, on their heels. And frankly, China's in a bad position because of what Trump and Bessant have been doing. And now, despite what a lot of the naysayers postulated when Trump started reworking the world economy with his tariff plans, the world is with us, exactly as Donald Trump predicted that they would be. So in all these different areas, Bessant is just the leading guy, certainly in our economic renaissance that we're having here. I mean, the guy is just a star, and he's such a great example of how this, unlike I think the first administration, this cabinet is just working together seamlessly on all of President Trump's priorities, and it's why we're seeing results.
And Bradley, what's wild to me is we've been talking about these reports that have been coming out, whether it's the GDP report, whether it's the inflation report. It's all been pretty good news. Tariffs, real wages, all pretty good news. Donald Trump has always been about the money. He's always been about the economy. It's kind of his thing. But yet all of these experts who were pretty silent during the Joe Biden administration have been crapping all over this dude. They said there's no way the tariffs would work. Just give me your perspective on what you're seeing from a media perspective, an expert perspective.
Well, look, I worked on Capitol Hill as a staffer for a long time, and we always suspected things about the media. And until I was in the press gallery with them, I did not know for certain it was true. It is true. These are some of the biggest scumbags in the world. And one thing that I've figured out very quickly is that these people don't even report for their readers. They report for one another. Yeah. They're trying to impress their colleagues by who can dump on Republicans the most, who can get up the scummiest scoop. That's who these people are. They're not out there trying to bring the truth to people. Breitbart.com, if you go there, we are reporting for our readers. We are trying to give them the information that they need. That is the service that we provide them, and that's why we're doing well right now. And a lot of these other establishment publications are flailing. If you want the truth about what's going on in the economy, what will happen down the road as a result of Trump's policies, you're not going to get it from the Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal is out there not for its readers, but to those reporters are trying to impress one another, and they're trying to foster this narrative that may benefit these big globalist investors, but not the people who are actually out there earning a salary.
So we're speaking with Breitbart Capitol Hill correspondent Bradley Jay. Breitbart had a big event in the swamp yesterday with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessant, who I claim is sort of one of the breakout stars in the Trump cabinet. I mean, peace deals, trade deals, tax deals, all coming together. And he's not stopping either. Did he talk about maybe what's in the future? I noticed the words, the Trump boom is real in your article on Breitbart.com. What's next?
Well, what's next is at midnight tonight is the deadline for a lot of these bilateral trade deals with all these countries. You're seeing a lot of countries, frankly, who bungled this, and now they're scrambling to try to get agreements with the United States. Of course, Trump has been very successful in securing a lot of them, and the ones that he has nailed down, it reveals what his strategy has been the whole time. It's about encircling China. If you look at all these Asian countries who've successfully come to the table and negotiated new deals, it's all about putting pressure on China. And as I hinted at earlier, the world is with us. That's exactly what Scott Bessant told us yesterday. They want what we have to give them. They want our capital. They want our consumers. And President Trump was right, and all the Wall Street Journals and the New York Times and the Politicos are wrong. That is a big thing that's coming up is over the next 24 hours or so. What happens as this deadline goes? Are some nations going to be able to strike agreements to extend the deadline? Just earlier this morning, President Trump announced a 90-day extension with the, let's call it a deal that had been struck with Mexico earlier. It was kind of a preliminary deal. So it's extending those terms that are very advantageous to the United States. But as an added bonus, immediately Mexico is going to end some of their non-tariff trade barriers with the United States. So, I mean, he's just getting win after win. And again, all the naysayers, they didn't even just say it was impossible. They laughed at him. They called him stupid. They just totally dismissed everything that Trump was trying to do it. And dadgummit, he's getting win after win after win. It's amazing to see.
Bradley, last thing here. We got about 30 seconds left. Is it a feud between President Trump and Jerome Powell, the guy leading the Fed? We had the story yesterday that the rates will remain unchanged. Like, is it personal with these two at this point?
I don't know that I would call it a feud. You could say that. The bottom line is that President Trump is pushing Powell to lower rates, but Trump can't lose right now. If the economy is so good that regardless of what Powell does, Trump can claim a victory. It's just, I mean, it's amazing what he's done. Certainly looking like a golden age going forward.
All right, great stuff. You can find all his work, Breitbart.com, Breitbart News, Capitol Hill correspondent Bradley Jay. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Oh, it's great being with y'all.
All right, Bradley, thanks, man. That was incredible.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Citizens, since we each upgraded to Xfinity in our homes, the Wi-Fi has been booming. It's fair to say our town has officially become a boomtown.
Mayor, will I be able to drop into multiplayer gaming battles with low lag?
The lag won't be an issue, but your questionable skills may be.
And what if I have hundreds of devices on the Wi-Fi? Purely hypothetical.
Seems like a lot, but sure, hundreds of devices all booming together with the Xfinity Gateway. Yes, friends and neighbors, with Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
The Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's booming. Now get the most reliable Wi-Fi and our best-in-class equipment for one consistent price for 5 years guaranteed. All in. Plus, get unlimited data included and no annual contract. All with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with X5 Complete required for unlimited data except in certain areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. Actual speeds vary.
Hey, it's Matt Baer for Concrete Exteriors. Don't wait to beautify your home for summer for a fresh new look and increased home value. New siding by Concrete Exteriors is the answer. From James Hardy fiber cement siding to a big array of vinyl siding colors and styles, the experienced pros at Concrete have all the choices. Plus, a lifetime workmanship warranty and over 10,000 satisfied customers. For your free estimate, call Concrete Exteriors at 317-ROOFING or visit concreteexteriors.com. Tell them I sent you.
So, where's the lake?
Not here.
But it says Great Lakes Honda of Fishers.
Right. I just don't see a lake.
Who needs a lake when you can lease a 2025 HRV LX all-wheel drive for $329 a month and 0 down?
That definitely won't soak our bank account.
Oh, it's the old Honda of Fishers.
Great Lakes, great people, great cars.
But no actual lake.
Visit us off State Road 37 for special pricing during our summer sales event. With approved credit through Honda Financial. In-stock new Hondas only. Not combinable with other offers. All fees due at signing. Loyalty or conquest rebates may apply. Offer ends July 31st. See dealer for details.
Your child is 18, and suddenly you no longer have legal access to their medical info, even in an emergency. No health decisions, no financial help, nothing, unless you plan ahead. That's why Trust and Will created the Young Adult Plan. It includes HIPAA authorization, healthcare directives, and power of attorney. Everything your child needs to stay protected and stay connected. Go to trustandwill.com and get your Young Adult Plan for just $69, because turning 18 shouldn't mean cutting parents out of the picture. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trust and Will.
You ready to build your custom dream home? Check out Joyner Homes based out of Greenfield. See one of their model homes in person anytime. It is a great way for you to experience the customization and quality of a Joyner Homes custom built home. Plus, you can meet with a new home specialist to learn about their building process. Available lots if you don't already have one. Find out about floor plans and where they build. Model homes are open 7 days a week from noon to 5 and walk-ins are welcome. Find out more at joynerhomes.com.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
More tariffs later, tornadoes possible.
WIBC.com gives you more than just headlines. It's context, updates, and insight. Whether you're at work, on the move, or catching up late, the latest is already there. Stay in the know while you're on the go at WIBC.com.
All right, Alan Green, what's going on?
All right, 465 eastbound before ditch. A crash has the right lane blocked. Traffic, though, backed up from the dog leg. The 70 westbound off-ramp to Harding, that is shut down due to a crash. 69 southbound near State Road 37. This accident's almost cleared. Left lane is blocked, but traffic is stopped up from Brooks School Road. The 65 northbound heavy through construction, Raymond to the south split. This report brought to you by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best damn concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
It's 70 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. And producer Kylan's filling in for Allison today. Give me a little mood music, please.
You know it's you, babe. Whenever I
Styx? Babe by Styx. The reason we're pumping some Babe right here, according to a new poll of 25,000 Americans, that's the most popular pet name used by couples.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you see your wife in the hallway, hey, babe, how are you? Or something like that.
Ever since I've known Lindsay, for 20 plus years, it's Babe. That's easy. Yeah, that makes sense.
Babe, the most popular pet name in America. 20% of people overall say that's the term that they use. Seniors, it's a little less than that. Folks over 65, 10%. But I'm a Babe guy. Great moments in Babe history. This is in Pee-wee's Big Adventure when the movie producer Terry was waiting for his chili dog right before the movie started at the drive-in. Do we not have that, Kylan? Okay, I guess we don't have that.
Wait, what was the scene, though? Explain the scene.
So Terry, the big producer, is in his limo, and Pee-wee is delivering all the snacks.
Yeah.
And he's got the chili dog, and the black tinted window rolls down.
Yeah.
Your chili dog, Terry. Thanks,
Chili
babe.
dog, Terry.
Thanks, babe.
Babe.
There we go. There we
How
go.
did you come up with that? And then the next one was where he had the long shank, the foot-long hot dog.
For the inmate, the convict. Babe, number 1 on the list. Number 2, Honey. Honey, number 13.
Honey, okay.
Hang
I see
tight,
that.
honey. A little country ditty there. Hang tight, honey. I'm a white line running. 13% say honey is the pet term that they use. Great moments in honey history.
Frank!
Hey, honey. Hey,
What the hell are you doing?
we're streaking. We're going up through the quad to the gymnasium.
Who's streaking?
There's more coming.
You're so right. They don't make movies like that anymore, man.
Hey, honey. That slur, it's
Hey.
so perfect. Number 3 on the list of pet names that we call our significant other. Babe was number 1.
Babe.
Baby, number 3 at 10%. Baby. Great moments in baby history when Shaun White won the gold medal in the Olympics. He was well under the age of 21. He was like a teenager.
Yeah.
But he went on some talk show and talked about how he was on this big, first-class jet, and all the stewardesses were hitting on him and giving him drinks.
And I mean, I had unlimited service after that. I was getting drinks and I was getting snacks, and I mean, I was taking photos in the back with all the stewardesses. Fun.
Wait a minute, drinks? You're 19 years old.
Yeah, I'm talking about Mountain Dews, baby.
I forgot about that. I'm talking about Mountain Dews, baby. I'll call my 11-year-old baby, but I don't call her babe. That's reserved for the wife. Baby is my 11-year-old daughter.
Has the term bae already expired? Like, bae had like a 3-year window.
That's my bae, my boo.
How's bae doing today? Bae's at home.
Yeah, bae's at nothing.
Sweetheart comes in at number 4. Sweetheart.
Yeah, sweetie.
More popular, I think, with older couples. Great moments in Sweetheart history. And the Hunger Games when Woody Harrelson's character comes by.
Well, finally. I hope you noticed we have a serious situation.
Nice shooting, sweetheart.
Kind of a borderline drunk character that Woody Harrelson played. Like almost if you took his character from Kingpin, but you put him in the Hunger Games and put a costume on him. It's kind of the same dude, right? And rounding out the top 5, love or lovely?
I love.
I say love sometimes, but it's not as a term of like, I'm in a relationship. Like I could see Allison or Kylan or Terry Stacy in the hallway. Hi, love. How are you doing? Like, does that make me like an English aristocrat or something?
Well, that makes you an HR disaster.
Is that a bad thing, Kylan?
No, I didn't think so.
Okay, because it's just who I am. Hey, love, you look lovely today. How are you? You look like $1 million.
Maybe don't wear a bra next time.
Now that.
No, he saves that one for you.
And that's how I met your mother. Do not go anywhere. Coming up next, we'll reset the big deal for Indy Car. Jim Irsay's house on the market. Pelosi having a fit. We're having a good time. We got concert tickets to give away. Don't go anywhere. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Hi, this is Denny Smith for Exercise Inc. I've been working out there now for nearly 2 decades, and let me tell you, it works. I'm in my 70s now, and I'm doing things on the farm that I couldn't even do in my 40s. Lifting and carrying, working the way I want to, without worrying if my body can keep up. Now that's real strength. That's real results. What makes Exercise Inc. different? Well, it's the people. The professional staff, many with over 15 years of experience, know exactly how to guide me, support me, and push me to be my very strongest because they know what works. It only takes 20 minutes a week. No wasted time, no crowded gyms, just real results. If you're tired of feeling weaker, if you want more energy and strength for everyday life, give this a try. The consultation is free, and I can promise you it's worth it. Exercise Inc. It's helped me stay strong for nearly 20 years. They can help you too. Go to exerciseinc.com today to sign up. They've got locations in Avon, Brownsburg, Zionsville, and Greenwood, and in Fishers too. That's exerciseinc.com.
Child is 18, and suddenly you no longer have legal access to their medical info, even in an emergency. No health decisions, no financial help, nothing, unless you plan ahead. That's why Trust and Will created the Young Adult Plan. It includes HIPAA authorization, healthcare directives, and power of attorney. Everything your child needs to stay protected and stay connected. Go to trustandwill.com and get your Young Adult Plan for just $69, because turning 18 shouldn't mean cutting parents out of the picture. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trust and Will.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They are draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SMART for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code SMART. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SMART for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SMART.
Two of the best summertime traditions are back. The Indiana State Fair and the Indiana Farmers Dairy Bar since 1941. This year featuring the key lime pie milkshake and the smoked Gouda Q grilled cheese with Gouda cheddar barbecue sauce on Texas toast. The Indiana Farmers Dairy Bar since 1941. Open 9 to 9 at the Indiana State Fair, across from the Coliseum. Brought to you by American Dairy Association Indiana, your Hoosier Dairy Farm families. Find out more at winnersdrinkmilk.com.
Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln & Fishers. Come see the full line of breathtaking Lincoln vehicles at Indiana's premier Lincoln dealership. From the moment you arrive at Tom Roush Lincoln, you'll know you've arrived. Shop over 200 new Lincolns in our state-of-the-art family-owned and operated dealership with no pressure. Just the award-winning service and respect you deserve. Plus, with any new Lincoln, your first 5 oil changes are on us. Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln & Fishers.
First 5 oil changes complimentary with any new Lincoln purchase or lease. See dealer for complete details.
It takes everyone in the community working together to create a brighter future. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Visit liveunited.org to learn how you can help.
Coming up in 2 minutes, that is all from the Technology Recycler Studios. What a company is investing in, the amount of killings in a city that a mayor has discussed, and 2 people who were involved in a truck crash. You will hear about all of this right after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC. WIBC HD1 Indianapolis, and it is now 4 o'clock.
A cause of death revealed. Lisa Brady, Fox News. At a briefing just held, investigators in Arkansas say a man and woman killed on a hiking trail in a state park last Saturday were stabbed to death. The suspect, a 28-year-old school teacher, arrested at a barber shop in Springdale, Arkansas, not far from the park yesterday.
I want the public to know that they're safe. The defendant in this case is innocent until he's proven guilty. But I'm confident that we have the right defendant in this case.
Washington County Prosecutor Brandon Carter calls it a good day for law enforcement, shadowed because of tragedy. 2 of the couple's 3 daughters witnessed the attack. Police say the suspect confessed and had a DNA match to the crime scene, but no word on a possible motive. 2 U.S. diplomats visiting Israel and meeting with the Prime Minister today now plan to visit Gaza. Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House.
President Trump breaks with Benjamin Netanyahu on the issue of starvation in Gaza. Netanyahu has said there is none. President Trump has said he has seen pictures of starving children there. So to settle this, the president is going to send his own people into the Gaza Strip tomorrow.
Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Ambassador Mike Huckabee will brief the president on that visit. However, President Trump also breaks with several allies who have recently announced plans to recognize Palestine as a state.
The president expressed his displeasure and his disagreement with the leaders of France, the United Kingdom, and Canada. He feels as though that's rewarding Hamas at a time where Hamas is the true impediment to a ceasefire and to the release of all of the hostages.
White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt, Secretary of State Rubio says an anti-Israel narrative emboldens Hamas. New federal data shows another dip in the kindergarten vaccination rate last year as the fraction of kids with exemptions hit an all-time high, topping 4%. A late sell-off on Wall Street, the Dow down 330 at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A multi-year extension. Cloudy and 68 degrees on Monument Circle. Highs today in the lower to mid-70s. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:02. Fox Corporation is acquiring a 1/3 interest in Penske Entertainment. John Herrick reports.
Leaders of both Indy Car and Fox say this will enhance promotion and star-building opportunities for the Indy Car drivers and allow them to have a more hyper-engaged digital strategy, among other things. This deal also includes a multi-year extension of Fox Sports' media rights for IndyCar. Penske Entertainment owns the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the IndyCar Series. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
There have been close to 20 murders in Fort Wayne this year, many of which have involved kids or young people. Fort Wayne Mayor Sharon Tucker says they don't have any money in the budget to throw at the violence problems, so they're trying to get creative.
The city is going to work with our non-for-profits like we've done. We're looking at ways to be able to support our non-for-profits, and we're looking at different opportunities that could exist for us through pilot programs that we'll be making some announcements about coming up shortly.
She says officers are also trying to make community members feel safe. 2 people were taken to a hospital after a box truck crash in Howard County. It happened near 2 roads north of Kokomo. The truck swerved, rolled over, and landed on its top near some trees. No word on how severe the victims' injuries are. North America's largest tabletop gaming convention features costumes and plenty of role-playing. Ryan Hedrick reports from Gen Con in Indianapolis.
He's a grown man in a cat suit, and at Gen Con, he can be anybody he wants to be.
I made the goggles, the outfit, and then some of the little bits that I fixed up on the inside of the mask.
How long have you been in costume?
Only like 30 minutes, but it's going to be all day.
And in case you're wondering, he spent $1,500 to become a cat. We also crossed paths with a full-blown barbarian. How often do you get into character?
I try to do costumes at every convention I go to.
Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
It's 4:04, and you've got traffic and weather coming in 1 minute.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like business owner Brian.
Yeah, Galaxy was great. We have a business where a lot of the service techs are working out in the field, and they'll come in and they'll have even some mud or something on our shoes. So if we're having a meeting, I needed a flooring that could stand up to that, but still look good as an office setting.
Well, if you own a home or a business, Galaxy Concrete Coatings got you covered.
Galaxy was great to work around our schedule. They were able to come in on a Saturday, and the job was completed over the weekend, and we were back in business, so we didn't miss a step.
Lots of styles to choose from, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
It's very nice looking. It's very durable. Really makes the room stand out and shine.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com now. That's Galaxy Concrete Coatings. And remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We're out of this world.
Galaxy was quick to respond. They were quick to give us a solution and quick to get it completed as well. And they're going to take care of you.
With traffic at 4:05, what's going on, Alan Green?
Hey, Jake, 465 southbound slows up from Washington to 74. 465 eastbound before ditch on the north side. Crash has a right lane block. Traffic is stacked up from the dog leg. 465 northbound between 86th and the dog leg is heavy. 65 northbound slows Raymond to the south split. That's through all that construction. This report brought to you by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Alan. And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Making our way into Thursday afternoon. Not the best weather, not the worst outside. Here's the good news. We'll be getting rid of that rain pretty soon. However, it does seem like we'll be mostly cloudy with cooler weather in the forecast. A high temperature in the low 70s outside. Winds in the northeast at 10 to 15. Wish TV, Storm Track 8, meteorologist Aaron Studis for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it! My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a very special guest on the hotline.
Jake Query. He does the midday show over at 107.5 The Fan, noon to 3. He's also part of the IMS Indy Car radio network. Jake, I saw you in the hallway a little bit earlier. We didn't have a lot of time to chat, but the task that I gave you was explain to me like I'm 5 years old what this Fox Corp Penske Indy Car deal means. What does this mean?
Jason, I know no other way to talk to you than as if you're 5 years old.
Fair enough. I walked right into that one, didn't I?
You walked right into it.
A slow pitch softball right over the middle of the plate.
Backwards, pantless, with your butt cheeks wide open, you walked right into it.
I helped you. I helped you earlier get your Capri Sun open, and I got the straw, and then that's why we couldn't chat. Okay, so the simple way of saying it is this. Okay. And I'll do it you can set a timer here. I'll try to do this in 45 seconds, okay? Here we go. Yeah. When Tony George founded the Indy Racing League in 1996, he also developed the television network WNDY to try to correspond with that, and that ultimately grew into what was known as IMS Productions, which is a television production house. In addition to that, he owned the Indy Racing League, which became the IndyCar Series and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Ultimately, the George family sold to Roger Penske, and what was known as and started as the Penske Entertainment Group became the ownership group for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the IndyCar Series, in addition, that third company known as IMS Productions. Today, it was announced that Roger Penske and the Roger Penske Entertainment Group sold 1/3 of that company to the Fox Television Corporation, meaning that Fox now owns 1/3 of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, 1/3 of the IndyCar Series, and 1/3 of the television production company, which does a lot of the behind-the-scenes facilitating of those broadcasts, which is known as IMS Productions.
Jake, just a side note real quick. Did we ever get any solid numbers on how much Penske paid for IMS?
Great question, Nigel, and we did not. To answer your question, and again, I want to make clear, as I do, just for transparency, it is true that I am a contracted seasonal employee of the Penske Entertainment Group as part of my job with the radio network. But that does not mean that I'm privy, nor are most people, to those numbers. But it is pretty accepted, and I think has been widely reported, somewhere in the ballpark of $350 million is what Roger Penske bought the Speedway for. And what was interesting is, at the time that he bought the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, there was a lot of speculation that that number might have been higher, but the IndyCar Series was essentially, it was a negotiation that said, if you're going to buy the Speedway, then you have to buy the Series with it. And I think the financial interest that went into maintaining the IndyCar Series and, just the challenges of a year-long racing series, that negotiation is probably what brought that number down a little bit, because he was agreeing to take on all that goes into that. So about $350 million was the reported number, and that would make sense because it is reported that this transaction today was somewhere between $125 or $135 million, which would in fact be about 1/3 that price. So the easiest way to say it is this. The easiest way to say it is Roger Penske bought a house a number of years ago that had a very famous, most beloved house on the block, and with that came a fabulous neighboring house that had a pool and a little neighborhood business that everybody enjoyed. And he bought all three of them in order to buy the historic home that everybody loves to go and visit. And so when he bought all three of those, today he found another person in the neighborhood that was willing to get involved by offsetting 1/3 of what he had paid for those 3.
Jake Query is our guest from 107.5 The Fan. Jake, last thing here before we let you go. Fox is putting in a lot of money here. They've invested a lot in the Indy Car series. They're airing the races. They've done, I think, a pretty good job of promoting the events, especially the Indy 500. What's the point of Fox jumping in here? Do they want to control the marketing for the other races? What is going to be the biggest way that fans see Fox's impact here?
Great question, and it's one that it is strictly conjecture in terms of my answer because none of us know, but that's not to say that it's that we can't forecast it. I think the easiest answer and the safest probability is that yes, IndyCar, Fox looked at it and said, okay, we now have bought into, and keep in mind that Fox Sports is now run by a Hoosier, a native of Indiana, and Eric Shanks. So I think they looked at it and said, if we're going to air these races and if we're going to put money into promoting this sports series, then let's have our own creative control in how they're promoted, where they're running, what the schedule is, etc., by buying into it. And then in addition to that, I do think, you see now that all of the networks have their own individual app. Paramount is like all CBS programming is found on Paramount. NBC has Peacock where you go and you get on there. And Fox is going to eventually, and they may have already had some content on this, but Fox will also have an app that will have a lot of programming, including sports programming. And I think by now buying into not only the IndyCar series, but IMS Productions, then it may be turnkey. This is easy. We can now send people that are fans of motorsports and open rail racing to our app where that division of Penske Entertainment Group can create content for us. We can have reality shows. We can have practice and qualifying sessions. And they have the capability, the man and woman power, the facilities to create that for us. So we just bought a lemonade stand, and by doing it, we bought a group that has people that sell lemonade and also has a huge thing of lemons.
Hey, Jake,
so all we have to do is give them the corner to do it all.
And I know Hammer said that was the last question, but as long as we're talking real estate, let's pivot 180 here. I'm sure you probably mentioned on your show today that Irsay's Carmel estate is now on the market, $12 million. Hilbert had a hard time selling his place. Lucas bought it, turned it into an event center. Simon's unable to sell Mel's house. It seems like they dropped that price, and if I remember, the developer has built a subdivision. I'm just curious your thoughts is, Irsay's Carmel estate, $12 million. You think he's going to get that? Bordering Crooked Stick Golf Course, 9.5 gated acres?
It's interesting because I just was having this conversation last night with somebody from Los Angeles that was saying, like, in L.A., because I was saying, I'm like, man, who owns half of those homes in Beverly Hills? Yeah. And they said, Jake, like, a third of those are just empty. That people blind buy zip codes just as an investment. They get a property group to keep the house looking great, and they're buying it. They're empty houses that somebody bought for the asset or the real estate investment of it. Now, you don't get that in terms of a blind purchase for Hamilton County by investors from overseas, right? But the question is, Nigel, like, who can afford it? I mean, that's to your point, in a market like Indianapolis, the Jermaine O'Neal, when he tried to sell his house and had like a huge number 7 in tiling on the roof of it, I mean, how many people could buy that? And then what are the odds? How many people with $10 million, like, unless they're Prince, have like 7 is something, you know what I mean? So right. That's the challenge. So to answer your question long-winded and circuitously, I don't know who can buy it because it's such a shallow pool of people that can afford it, but yet they have options because they're, Tony Stewart's trying to sell his home still, or was in Columbus for the same type of numbers.
Columbus.
And, it looks like a Bass Pro Shops, right?
Yes.
So now here's the thing. I do know this. The only thing I read was that if there is a group or somebody that could purchase Jim Irsay's estate, they did say it would be somebody from the right side of the hallway we work on, which is the WIBC side, and not the left side, which is the fan. Unless maybe JMB. But outside of that, no chance, right?
I was waiting for that Jake Query contract negotiation to kick in, and maybe he puts that down payment down.
By the way, real quick, did I hear the guy doing traffic for IBC is Alan Green? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. He's not the same one that's memorialized at the end of Shawshank Redemption, correct?
I believe that's a different person, Jake.
Okay, I would assume. When it says in loving memory of, you know what I mean?
Right. Did you see the Shawshank Prison? I know you go around the country on the road with the IndyCar series. You visit these weird graveyards and like movie places and stuff. Have you been to Shawshank?
I went to Shawshank, true story, and I know you guys are up against it. I'll simply say this. Before they even turned it into a museum, I serendipitously met the guy that was the caretaker for the property. And he's like, yeah, the Shawshank Prison, which is formerly known as the Mansfield Boys Reformatory Prison. And this dude's like, you want me to show you around? And I'm like, what, you mean like an hour ago or right now? Yes, let's go. And so this dude shows me around, tells me that they're trying to turn it into a Shawshank museum. I go back to the racetrack. I'm telling everybody about it. And the aforementioned Tony George was like, man, I'd love to see that. So I call this guy and I go, listen, if you're trying to get this thing, some money for a museum, I got a guy that you should show around. And so Tony George went the next day and toured around it. And then 2 years later or 3 years later, they managed to get the funds, not from Tony George, but they got the funds to turn it into a museum. It's fabulous. It's dedicated to Shawshank. And I will tell you, that same guy who I've kept in touch with told me that of the cast from Shawshank that they invite back for events and fundraisers and grand openings, the guy that he said was the absolute nicest and most loyal and just could not be a nicer guy is the actor that plays the warden. He's like, the warden is the nicest dude of all of them.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. That guy was in Patch Adams. I don't know what his name is. Great character actor.
He put a bullet through his mouth at the end of the at the end of the movie, but he's the nicest guy. Yes.
I like to think the last thing that went through his mind, aside from that bullet, is to wonder how in the hell Andy Dufresne finally got the best of it.
Right. There you go.
Yes.
Check him out. Noon to 3.
Thank you,
107.5 The Fan. Hey, appreciate you jumping on with the short notice, brother. Thank you.
No, I'll bring your Lunchable tomorrow, Jason.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Not from the Shawshank Redemption, but from the WIBC Traffic Center, it's Alan Green.
465 northbound jams up between 86th and the Dogleg. On 465 eastbound at Ditch, there's a crash blocking the right lane and traffic is backed up from the Dogleg. 65 southbound hits the brakes from 21st to the north split. And then the collector is heavy right down to the south split. 70 eastbound delays from Harding into the south split. This report brought to you by Mattress Firm. Need better sleep? Upgrade to a premium bed now and get the rest you deserve at Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. They make sleep easy. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
70 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Coming up here in just a little bit, we have a new album from Hammer and Nigel Records.
Really?
You're going to hear Nancy Pelosi get her feelings hurt.
Oh, no.
Which is always good. But up next, a fun round of Is This Anything? Come on back.
The deals at Andy Moore Ford just keep on coming. The red, white, and new sales event. Get independence from car payments with no payments for 3 months and enjoy your freedom in the new Ford F-150 Super Crew or that absolutely amazing Ford Mustang with 0% APR financing for 48 months. Save $15,000. That's $15,000 off MSRP on new 2024 F-150s or Expeditions, or buy a new Ford Super Duty truck for under $40,000. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield is your spot for all the Super Duty trucks. They've got 175 trucks to choose from right there on the lot at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. And with more to your door, simply purchase your vehicle online and they'll deliver it to your door. Andy Moore Ford, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at andymoreford.com. That's MOHR. I love Andy. andymoreford.com.
Hi, this is Zach from Ingledow Tree Experts. When it comes to the health and beauty of your trees, trust Ingledow Tree Experts. Our certified arborists ensure your trees are trimmed, removed, and cared for with precision. Summer is the perfect time to schedule fall pruning. Call now for your free estimate and let us handle the hard work. 317-903-0102 or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com for more information. Ingledow Tree Experts, where your trees come first.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio,
Right now, save up to $434 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Fill your tank. Don't drain your wallet. Sam's Club lets you save time at the pump with Scan and Go checkout at Sam's Club fuel stations. Just scan the QR code on the pump and pay. Visit your local Sam's Club today.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
Brought to you by Indiana Unclaimed, presented by the Attorney General's office here in Indiana. The Attorney General's office reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. Fast.
Every damn week?
Fast. It's easy. It's free. Just go to indianaunclaimed.gov to see if you have any money floating around out there.
Is this anything? Google says the phrase feral child summer is trending because Kylie Kelsey talked about it on her podcast.
Who's she? Oh, she's Jason Kelsey's wife that has a popular podcast, right?
Here is the clip of Kylie Kelsey talking about feral child summer.
It's called Feral Child Summer. I love the idea of Feral Child Summer. I currently will unleash my children into the backyard. If one of them ends up digging out a rock, have at it. If another one ends up climbing up the place, that having a whole pretend play situation or scenario made up, great. I love watching them play.
I don't think this is anything new, is it? Hammer, feral child summer. That was my summer every summer when I was growing up. My mom was like, "All right, out the house. It's the summer. You live in the woods. Go play.
Street lights come on, come home."
And luckily enough, we live on a street where there are several different families, and they house hop. We don't let them come inside. That's the one rule: no kids inside during the summer. You can come in the backyard and get on the trampoline. You could, go shoot baskets or whatever. You go house to house, wear the dog out, wear our puppy out, our new puppy. You just wear it out. Nobody's inside. I don't think feral child summer is anything new. It's just a made-up term.
It's called playing.
Yeah.
Playing outside.
It's called playing, and sometimes my son will take a break and come inside and play Fortnite, but he'll eventually wind up back outside and on the e-bikes and the scooters and playing around with the kiddos. His buddies all live in the same area. That is such a good point. It's called playing. Feral child summer. Shut up.
You bring up trampoline. It reminds me of one of the first jokes that I ever heard as a kid. You know, it used to be called a jumpaline until your mom fell on it. One of the first jokes I remember.
I've never
telling it at school. Your mom jokes.
I've never
trampoline used to be called a jumpaline until your mom fell on it.
I've not heard that one.
Is this anything? A guy in New York City makes videos of strangers walking slowly or blocking the sidewalk.
Oh, that's the worst.
He calls them bad walkers. Here are a couple examples of his videos.
Bad walkers, part 67. The tennis trio here, they're just walking super slow, and the oncoming traffic is crazy too. She's reading while she's going through these groups on the left side. Still, she's passing by this group. They're getting passed by someone who is reading while walking. That's how slow they're going. Bad walkers, part 68. All right, we've got an amazing formation here. I call it a double black diamond because they're just so compact, but they can't go around. They can't hear me talking the commentary for sure. They're really loud.
I love this guy. You see it all the time when you're walking downtown. You probably see it here in Indianapolis. New York City, 100 times as bad, I'm sure, because there's so many people. But like everybody's got their noses in their phones.
Right.
And that's how they're walking. And they're not paying attention to other people.
I will say the coupon lady is a slow walker, though. Like, we go somewhere, like, I feel like I've got to walk back in time. She's just slow. She's got little legs, takes her a while.
Lindsay would say that about me.
Leave us alone.
Lindsay would say that about me. I'm kind of a slow walker. But I'm not, I don't have my nose on my phone.
You're just drunk.
I'm
not slow. I've just been drinking. I've got an excuse. What about you?
I mosey. That's what I do. I mosey. But if I was in New York City and a tourist and this guy was behind, I would be slow. I would be a bad walker just because I've never been to New York City and I would want to see the sights.
The place I notice bad walkers more than anything else, the grocery store. Like when you're trying to just go down an aisle or go around somebody.
But I always have a list in my hand, man. Lindsay always sends me a list when I go to Kroger's.
Oh, I think you meant a list of bad walkers. Excuse me, ma'am. What's your name? Deborah? You're on the list.
I'm in a list of things I'm supposed to get, and I have no idea where they're at. And I've been going to the same Kroger for 13 years, and I still have no idea where anything is in that store.
Nigel's trying to go down the pork fritter aisle. Excuse me, ma'am. Clicking a pen. What's your name? Deborah. Boy, Deborah, you're on the list.
Bad walker.
You're a bad walker. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220. That's Hammer and Nigel to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
When your car is more than just a car, you need more than just a garage. Expert-level automotive service, customization, and care is available for you at GR Brands Campus in Zionsville, home to Graham Rahal Performance and Rahal Paint Protection. From routine maintenance to custom tuning and parts, paint protection film, window tint, and ceramic coating to full-scale custom builds, GR Brands is your all-in-one destination. GR Brands also offers a curated selection of rare supercars when you're ready to elevate your collection. If your passion rests on two wheels, Rahal Power Sports on the GR Brands campus is for you. Featuring Ducati, Piaggio, Vespa, Aprilia, and Moto Guzzi. Whether you're a collector, a casual rider, or a monster on the track, you'll find the service, sales, and support every rider needs. The perfect ride for your lifestyle is waiting at Rahal Power Sports. Start riding or expand and enhance your two-wheel collection today. From the neighborhood to the track, Rahal Power Sports will help you do it with confidence and style. Make every drive and every ride extraordinary. Start now at GrahamRahal.com/GRBrands.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken.
Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
An update on his passing. Cloudy and 70 degrees in downtown Indy. The high for today is 73. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:30. American professional wrestler Hulk Hogan's cause of death has been revealed. Fox's Michelle Polino has more.
The wrestling superstar born Terry Jean Bollea died Thursday, July 24th, from acute myocardial infarction, a heart attack. Medical records show the WWE icon had a history of leukemia and atrial fibrillation, a condition that causes irregular irregular heartbeats. His leukemia diagnosis had not been publicly disclosed before his death. The records also included approval for his cremation. According to dispatch audio, police and medics were called to Hogan's Clearwater Beach, Florida home at 9:51 a.m. for a cardiac arrest. Emergency first responders attempted to revive him for 30 minutes before he was transported to a hospital and pronounced dead. The WWE, in a statement, called Hogan one of pop culture's most recognizable figures. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
The Indiana State Fair opens Friday.
The soundtrack of summer is really about celebrating all of the traditional sight and sounds of the fair that we all love. And we've got the Big Top Circus that we've brought back.
Chief Marketing Officer of the Indiana State Fair Commission, Anna Welchel, says they also have a lot of great discount days, including AAA Day, and that's to make sure people know how to save and plan ahead. The State Fair goes through the 17th, and it's closed on Mondays. You can check out for more info on the State Fair's website. Tickets are now on sale for Indiana's largest balloon festival. John Herrick reports.
That festival is supposed to run from September 5th through the 7th at Conner Prairie and Fishers. Hyacinth Rucker is the senior manager of PR and communications at Conner Prairie, and she tells Wish TV you'll need to be at a safe distance from the balloons, though.
You can't get in, but you can get right next to it. You can talk to the pilot and be able to meet him and ask him questions.
She says there's plenty of other things to do as well, like a corn maze, a tubing hill, and barrel trains. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
It's time for your WIBC Closing Bell Report. At the closing bell today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost 330 points to 44,130. The S&P 500 went down by 23 points to 6,339. And the NASDAQ had a 7-point decrease to 21,122. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:33.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They are draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SMART for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code SMART. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SMART for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SMART.
You've got WIBC traffic at 4:34. Here's Alan Green.
Thanks, Jake. 38th at Moeller, there is a crash. 465 southbound slows from Washington to 74. 465 eastbound on the north side before ditch. Crash has a right lane block. Traffic is stacked up from the dog leg and from 86 before that. 65 northbound traffic backs up between Raymond and the south split due to construction. This report brought to you by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamp concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Alan. And now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Thursday night with lows falling into the lower 60s leads way to a beautiful start to August with our nicest day overall coming up in about 2 months. Highs will be in the upper 70s. Some hazy skies in the mix, but mainly sunny and a breeze out of the northeast. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Hammer, did you see Nancy Pelosi, former Speaker of the House, having a fit on CNN? When she was on CNN to talk about Medicare or Social Security, dump on Trump, whatever. But then Donald Trump has been talking about how he'd mentioned previously about, insider trading with the Pelosi's and her husband and how they've become so filthy rich over the years.
A lot of allegations there.
Yeah. So Jake Tapper brought up her insider trading allegations, and this is how she responded.
Yeah, it was. Let me just read what he said. I'm sorry that we had some sort of technical issue. Nancy Pelosi became rich.
Why do you have to read that? We're here to talk about the 60th anniversary of Medicaid. That's what I agreed to come to talk about.
Yeah, but I wanted
what that means in the election.
I wanted to give you a chance just to respond. He accused you of insider trading. What's your response to that?
That's ridiculous. In fact, I very much support the stop the trading of members of Congress. Not that I think anybody's doing anything wrong. If they are,
sure,
they are prosecuted and they go to jail. But because of the confidence it instills in the American people, don't worry about this. But I have no concern about the obvious investments that had been made over time. I'd rather not go into some of my other complaints about him right now, rather to talk about the 60th anniversary of Medicaid.
I understand why you would rather not talk about it. There's complete understanding on why you would rather not talk about how in the world you got so rich by being the Speaker of the House and knowing these bills were coming down and that were going to have an effect on the economy and laws being passed. And, you better get rid of this stock because I hear we're going to pass this bill, and we better acquire this stock because we're going to pass another bill. I understand why you don't want to talk about it.
What do you mean, Nigel? It's just a coincidence that her and her husband are some of the greatest traders this country has ever seen.
Oh.
I'm sure there was absolutely, positively no inside information or insider trading.
But to have her go on Jake Tapper's show, of all of places at CNN, and Nancy Pelosi friendly, safe space, and I'd rather not talk about this.
Not that I think anybody's doing anything wrong. If they are,
yeah, right. If they are,
if I did it, OJ. Remember when John Kerry was trying to throw his wife under the bus? You have flown on private planes, Mr. Climate Change. No, my wife has. Oh, okay. Is she trying to throw her husband under the bus here? I don't know. But speaking of allegations, Nige.
Yes.
There's an all-new Hammer and Nigel Records album out that also focuses on some well-known allegations. Except this time, it's not Nancy Pelosi. It's Indy's mayor, Joe Hogsett, and all of his allegations.
And now, you can enjoy a trip down nostalgia lane with your favorite songs from yesteryear. Hammer and Nigel Records presents the Joe Hogsett Allegations Throwback Album. Your favorite hits customized to the allegations surrounding Indy Mayor Joe Hogsett.
And where were you on the night of the riots?
Hit after hit. Like this allegation.
What's the legend about Joe? He can't find a new job.
True.
And when the riots came downtown, he was in detox. Allegedly. Creeping out chicks with Thomas Cook. Telling office chicks how hot they look and bro. That's what's the legend about Joe.
And how about a Cyndi Lauper themed allegation?
Oh, here we go.
The phone rings late at night at 3. It's Hogsett asking me if I like poetry. Oh, Joey dear, you're full of number 2. 'Cause girls don't want to be harassed by you.
Allegedly.
Oh, girls don't want to be harassed.
And rock out with this AC/DC tribute.
Riding down the highway.
Oh, here we go.
Hitting big potholes. Stopping off at rehab. Staying high to Joe.
Allegedly.
Getting drunk. Falling down. Lots of crime in downtown. Texting poetry from a book. Creeping out the chicks with Thomas Carl Cook. It's a quick trip to the bottom when you're stuck with Mayor Joe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a quick trip to the bottom when you're stuck with Mayor Joe.
Oh, wow.
Hammer and Nigel Records presents the Joe Hogsett Allegations Throwback Album. Operators are standing by.
There it is, new from Hammer and Nigel Records.
Bestseller.
The Joe Hogsett Allegations throwback
It'll
album.
be huge.
Hat tip to Mindy Winkler for some vocals there as well.
She was good.
Back to school, 2025. My kid's been back for 2 days now. Nige, you're getting ready to send yours back.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, next Tuesday.
The college kids don't go back for a couple of weeks now, but according to a new study, half of the incoming college students believe that learning how to properly use AI is the most important skill they will learn in college.
I believe that.
Not people skills, not math or literary, it's AI skills.
How do you learn to use AI? I feel like you just type questions or you type descriptions of pictures of me like shirtless as you did a couple days ago. And
the amount of times I've had to enter into my AI stuff, shirtless Nigel, probably not healthy.
Like, do you need a college degree for that? Like Grok? You just type, you type in what you want, what you're describing, and what you're thinking, and it comes up with it.
Then you find another place where you can animate it and do different things. But I'm sure there are better uses for AI than what I use it for. Probably. But for some folks, just having the AI skills like I have come in handy. Like today, we're going to have Rob Kendall off the rails a little bit later.
Yes.
But let's just say Rob was unavailable.
Okay.
Thanks to the magic of AI, we could still have Rob Kendall.
Hey, it's Rob, and I'm here to talk about Brownsburg. I like to talk about Brownsburg a lot. Brownsburg. Knock, knock, who's there? Brownsburg! It's also common knowledge that I have no friends and generally viewed as unlikable by most people. I have a teeny, tiny, weeny, and amazing new hair. Oh, and Todd Young can kiss my Brownsburg-loving backside. Most guys named Todd are goons. Now, if you will excuse me, I must get back to my show where I get very frustrated listening to Casey talk. Because when Casey talks, that means I can't talk about Brownsburg. Brownsburg! Remember Brownsburg, Todd Young, and teeny tiny weenie.
Got it.
Off the rails. I'm Rob Kendall. Now get off my lawn. Brownsburg.
AI Rob Kendall right there.
That came out of nowhere. Wow.
Miss Kylan, hit me with a little booze news.
You set him up and I'll knock him back, Lloyd. One by one.
We are gonna read booze news, cause it's really fun. Once it hits your lips, it's so good.
Hammer and Nigel presents
Booze news, booze news. Yeah. Time for booze news.
So there's a recall in the booze/energy drink business, Nige. Celsius energy drink.
Oh, yeah, my wife drinks it. Yeah.
How does she feel after she drinks it, Nige?
She's sometimes stumbling around, slurs a little bit. It's weird because it's just an energy drink. I don't know.
There's a recall for Celsius energy drink because it actually contains High Noon, the alcohol seltzer in there. So when she's claiming she's just having an energy drink, she's getting blotto, Nige.
So Celsius and High Noon must be affiliated somewhere, and somebody got something wrong, and they were filling Celsius energy drinks with High Noon vodka seltzers.
Correct.
Wow.
You think you're getting, your morning caffeine ready to go into work?
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom. You get a Dewey on your way to work, and now you're upset with the Celsius company.
My favorite story, and we'll get back to this in a second, but because I have another story. But my buddy's mom worked for the government for a long time in accounting, and she got to work in the morning, and she popped open a can and started drinking it, and everybody's looking at her, and they're like, you're drinking a can of Busch Light. And she tasted it, and she goes, oh my gosh. She thought she was drinking Pepsi or something like that. And she grabbed the wrong thing out of it.
Sure.
And this is in a government building. She threw it right away. She didn't want to get in trouble. But I got a buddy that works kind of in the industry where they package the Celsius energy drinks and send them out everywhere. And he asked me if I wanted to help taste test some of them.
And?
So I accepted the challenge.
What was the review? You don't remember.
I don't recall what I'm supposed to say.
You did it right. If you can't remember, you did it right. All right, caller number 9 right now. 239-9393. We got a couple tickets to go see Jason Aldean with Nate Smith, Ray Lynn, DJ Silver, August 8th up at Ruoff.
Cool.
We got a fun little game we're going to play, but you got to be caller number 9 to have your chance to win. 239-9393 for the Jason Aldean chance to win.
Lately, the market has been making some big moves, and not all in the right direction. If you've been watching the numbers and wondering what it all means for your retirement, you're not alone. At Howard Bailey Financial, we plan for times like this. The truth is, a volatile day on Wall Street can feel a lot different when you're getting closer to retirement. That's why right now is the right time to take a fresh look at your portfolio, and Howard Bailey can help. Are you taking on more risk than you realize? Are you diversified in a way that makes sense for where you are in life? Find out today with the help of our free Market Volatility Guide. Visit retirewithpurpose.com to download your free guide and learn more about what market shifts may mean for you. That's retirewithpurpose.com. Together, let's make sure your plan is built to weather whatever comes next. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is $0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Your child is 18, and suddenly you no longer have legal access to their medical info, even in an emergency. No health decisions, no financial help, nothing, unless you plan ahead. That's why Trust and Will created the Young Adult Plan. It includes HIPAA authorization, healthcare directives, and power of attorney. Everything your child needs to stay protected and stay connected. Go to trustandwill.com and get your Young Adult Plan for just $69, because turning 18 shouldn't mean cutting parents out of the picture. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trust and Will.
Hammer and Nigel here, inviting you to join us as we kick off the weekend every Friday around 5:45 with Beer Sample Friday, brought to you by our friends at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Offer ends September 1st. IndyDecorativeConcrete.com.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
Listen to Hammer and Nigel all week long for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Jason Aldean with Nate Smith, Ray Lynn, and DJ Silver on Friday, August 8th at Ruoff Music Center. More info at WIBC.com.
All right, Alan Green, what's going on?
Hey, 38th Ed Moeller working a crash. 465 southbound slows up Washington to 74. 465 eastbound, heavy from the dog leg to ditch from an earlier crash. Northbound 465 backs up between 86 and the dog leg. And 65 northbound before Raymond to the south split. Traffic jams through the construction. This report brought to you by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
It is 69. Nice. Right now at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. And we got some tickets for Jason Aldean and friends coming to Ruoff a week from tomorrow. Caller number 9 was Jennifer. Jennifer, welcome to the Hammer and Nigel Show. How are you?
Jennifer.
There she is. How are you, Jennifer? You got us?
Good, yes. How are you?
Man, we're doing all right. So we're going to play a little game here, okay? Nigel's going to be the one that hosts it, but it's going to be called Jason Aldean or Jason Hammer. He's going to give you a fact about someone. It will either be a fact about country music superstar Jason Aldean or radio icon Jason Hammer. You get 2 out of 3 correct, we're going to give you the tickets, okay?
All right.
Here we go.
Ready.
This person claims to have blown the whistle on the Guns N' Roses song Paradise City. Jason Aldean or Jason Hammer?
Jason Hammer.
All right, 1 for 1. You get this right, Jennifer, we're going to throw a party. Here we go.
He once put 2 Burger King cheeseburgers on his ears to wear like earmuffs walking home from a freezing cold basketball practice. Jason Aldean or Jason Hammer?
Sounds like Hammer, but I'll say Aldean.
Oh, no, that was me. That was me. Yes. Coming home from basketball, I had to stay after and run some extra laps. It was freezing cold. I missed my ride. There's a Burger King right by Beech Grove High School, and the cheeseburgers were $1. So I bought 2
totally
cheeseburgers and put them on my ears and made the walk home.
And you ate them summarily.
Hell yes, I did.
After you got home.
All right, Jennifer, it comes down to this. Get this one right. We're going to give you the tickets.
Jason Aldean or Jason Hammer wears a big-ass hat?
Big-ass hat.
Well, that'd be Aldean.
Yeah, it's Aldean. There we go.
Oh, boy.
I wear a hat from time to time, but I don't think it's a big-ass hat. It's like a baseball hat.
No.
Jennifer, stay on the line. The lovely Kylan will take care of you. And, man, congratulations. Have fun at the show.
You guys are great.
You got it. Thank you. Nige, we've had a couple different reasons to drink today, but I'm going to give you one more.
Yeah, okay.
Today, July 31st, on the American calendar, it's National Chili Dog Day.
Hell yeah. Got a chili dog guy on the circle.
Oh, yeah.
The chili cheese dog guy in Broad Ripple back in the day just was money. Oh.
I think there's only one way we can properly celebrate National Chili Dog Day.
How's that?
Sucking on a chili dog, 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 chili dog, sucking on a chili dog, sucking on a dog, sucking on a chili dog, sucking on.
The breakdown.
Sucking on.
Yeah.
Chili dog. Woo. Sucking on a dog, sucking on a chili dog. Sucking on chili, sucking on a dog. Sucking on a chili dog, sucking on chili dog. A little ditty about Jack.
So this is basically John Mellencamp's
wow.
hit song.
Yes.
But they changed all the lyrics to Sucking on a Chili Dog.
Sure. Yeah.
Speaking of Mellencamp, here's President Trump's new edit of Little Pink Houses.
Really?
Go to work in some high rise and vacation down at the
Gulf of America.
It's the Trump remix exclusively on the Hammer and Nigel show. Can we talk about Trump for just a second?
Gulf of America.
Like, I think we were doing the Is This Anything segment, earlier in the show. We looked up at the TV screen, and there's this big, important press conference at the White House.
Yeah.
Trump's at the podium.
Yeah,
J.D. Vance is there. RFK's there. And so is Triple H, like the head of the WWE. Yeah. He's up there with some other folks.
What's Triple H doing up there?
Turns out this was some sort of press conference about physical fitness and how they're going to try to make America physically fit and strong again.
Okay.
So we thought, let's get Triple H up here.
Yeah.
Okay. But in my mind, though, I was hoping all these dudes were up there talking about Israel or Ukraine, like solving the world's problems. I want Triple H involved in those conversations.
He could probably, he could probably have something to do with that. I mean, like, he could potentially have some ideas. I'm
Right.
sure Triple H has. I mean, he runs the WWE.
He deals with egos all the time.
Yeah.
You mean to tell
That's
me
all
if
it
you
is
brought in
egos.
Zelensky into one room, Pootie Tang into the other, and Triple H brings them together,
Sure.
walks in the room,
Yeah.
spits the water out, I think he's got their attention. Coming up next, Senator Jim Banks
The
is
gangster.
scheduled to join us. The Bankster, the gangster will join us. Ant Banks fans, you know how that song goes. He will be calling in to our program when we come back. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Well, I got to tell you, and Hammer already knows this, Victor's Home Solutions is the absolute best company to call if you're having problems with your roof. And you know they're the best because they're so confident in the precision, craftsmanship, and training of their crews. They offer an industry-best 50-year leak-free guarantee. Hammer, they were just out at your house, right?
Yeah, I had my guy Henry from Victor's come by my house, gave me a free little review of what's going on my roof right now. Showed up on time, totally clean, fun dude. We talked a little bit, but he showed me video that he took of my roof and areas where they can improve. These guys are the best. To schedule your free roof inspection, contact Victor's today. 866-VICTORS. That's 866-VICTORS. Free 21-point roof inspection. You can also go to victors.com. Get this free inspection now. I did it. You do it. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
There's one question every couple needs to answer. What if something happens to us? Kids, a house, a life you've built, but no estate plan? That's a risk you don't want to take. With Trust and Will, it's fast, secure, and easy to protect what matters most. Start your plan today at trustandwill.com. Use code RADIO to save 20%. Check it off your list. One less thing to worry about. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trust and Will.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings worked a miracle with my garage. My new Galaxy Concrete garage floor coating is out of this world. And if you're thinking about using epoxy, don't. That's like the old stuff the other guys use. That's the old standard. What Galaxy uses is better. It's polyurea. It's the new premium standard for coatings. They did it in less than a day. 4 times as strong. Plenty of styles and colors to choose from. Check out their website to see pictures and get a quote. GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com or give them a call, 751-9070.
When you own a business, it feels like everything's on you. Orders, deliveries, employees, on you. That's why Comcast Business is giving you a year of mobile on us with your internet service.
Really?
Yep. We'll cover your first line of mobile for 1 year. So calling customers, getting directions, texting Janine and shipping, on us. The broken coffee maker? That one's still on you, which means you'll save hundreds for your business and get the fastest mobile service with 5G cellular and Wi-Fi hotspots on us. But hurry, this deal won't last long. Get a mobile plan and free up the budget to maybe, I don't know, fix that coffee maker? Get mobile on us for 1 year, you guessed it, on us. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/22/25. Restrictions apply. New mobile customers only with internet standard service or above. Limited to value of 1 unlimited interline apply via 12 monthly internet bill credits. 1 discount per account. Fastest mobile based on mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data in service areas. Ookla Speed Test Intelligence 2H24.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary. Another update is just minutes away.
Steady, heavy rain, flooding in low-lying spots.
Yeah, heavy rain moving eastward across the state.
Cars underwater.
Hear the news.
5-day manhunt in Arkansas, murdering a couple on a hiking trail.
Hunt you down and bring you to justice.
Stay in the know while you're on the go.
Trade deal with South Korea will spend $350 billion on investments.
House exploded. Southern Indiana.
Unknown what caused the explosion.
On air and online. 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios right after Fox News, a company making a move with Indy Car, and a dangerous incident on Indy's west side from Wednesday that firefighters worked at for a while. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis, and you will hear about all of this soon. It is 5 o'clock now.
Time's running out for U.S. trading partners. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. Tariff rates set to rise.
Reciprocal tariffs, first announced by President Trump in April, are set to take effect Friday.
The trade team has been working around the clock to try to
be in correspondence with as many countries as possible. But if they haven't heard from us yet, they will in the form of a letter or an executive order by midnight tonight.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says tailor-made tariff agreements were struck with several major U.S. trading partners, including the EU, UK, South Korea, and Japan. Economists have warned increased costs to importers could drive up consumer prices, a concern administration officials say is not bearing out with tariffs already imposed.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. The president just telling reporters he's not ruling out a trade deal with Canada, even though criticizing their plan to recognize a Palestinian state. Tomorrow, a U.S. envoy and ambassador to Israel will visit Gaza for a first-hand account of the situation on the ground.
President Trump has a humanitarian heart, that he wants to get as much food into Gaza as possible without it being looted by Hamas.
State Department Deputy Spokesperson Tommy Pigott as the U.S. and Israel also blame Hamas for lack of a ceasefire. President Trump just signing an executive order to reestablish the President's Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition and restart the presidential fitness test at schools.
We have an opportunity at being the 70th anniversary of the President's Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition to literally change the fabric of kids' lives.
Golfer Bryson DeChambeau among the athletes joining the president for that White House announcement. The Republican National Committee chair makes it official.
I am running to be the next senator from the great state of North Carolina.
Already endorsed by President Trump, Michael Whatley joins a North Carolina race that includes former Democratic Governor Roy Cooper to replace outgoing Republican Senator Tom Tillis. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Excitement about the sport's passionate fans. It's cloudy and 70 degrees in the circle with highs in the lower to mid 70s. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 5:02. That's what Fox Sports CEO Eric Shanks says he is excited about, as well as elite competition. Fox Corporation is acquiring a 1/3 interest in Penske Entertainment, which owns the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the NTT Indy Car Series. This deal includes a multi-year extension of Fox Sports' media rights for Indy Car. A fire broke out at an auto salvage yard on Indy's west side Wednesday morning. It happened on North Mickley Avenue around 9:30.
No buildings were involved at all. It just wound up being one of the big piles of scrap on fire.
Captain Eric Bannister with the Wayne Township Fire Department says no idea on how the fire started, but it took firefighters about an hour to get it under control.
Get enough water on it to get it under control. Plus, we also utilized the scrapyard itself, the professionals that operate the equipment, so a lot of heavy equipment operators to help us pull the pile apart so we can get down to the hot spots.
Bannister says no injuries were reported, and he urges you to take breaks and drink water if you're working out in the heat. What's being done about the violence in Fort Wayne? John Herrick reports on what leaders there had to say Wednesday night.
There have been close to 20 murders in Fort Wayne this year, many of which have involved kids or young adults. Fort Wayne Mayor Sharon Tucker says they don't have money in the budget to throw at the violence problem, so they're trying to get creative.
The city is going to work with our non-for-profits like we've done. We're looking at ways to be able to support our non-for-profits, and we're looking at different opportunities that could exist for us through pilot programs that we'll be making some announcements about coming up shortly.
She says Fort Wayne police officers are also trying to make community members feel safe and heard. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Jupiter Flights Balloon Festival is coming to Conner Prairie and Fishers in September.
It is Indiana's largest balloon festival. We are expecting over 45 hot air balloons to just glow up the sky and have everybody excited and just ready to have a good time with their family.
Hyacinth Rucker works for Conner Prairie. She tells Wish TV you won't be able to get in the hot air balloons, but you will be able to speak with the pilots and ask them questions. It runs from September 5th through the 7th. Traffic and weather next. It's 5:04.
Hey, it's Matt, your leaf filter trusted pro. Gutters are an often neglected part of the home. They're also one of the most important. Clogged, overflowing gutters can cause serious problems like foundation damage or basement flooding, which can cost thousands of dollars to fix. Let's face it, cleaning gutters yourself is not only a hassle, it can be dangerous. But when you get Leaf Filter, you'll never have to worry about cleaning clogged gutters again. Get started today by visiting leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free inspection. If you decide to move forward, we'll professionally clean, realign, and seal your gutters before installing our patented stainless steel micro mesh system. Leaf Filter keeps out everything but the water. And it's backed by a lifetime transferable no clogs warranty. So you're protected for good. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help. Visit Leaf Filter today for a free inspection and estimate, and you could save up to 30%. Visit leaffilter.com/deal. That's leaffilter.com/deal.
With traffic at 5:05, here's Alan Green with more.
Thank you, Jake. 69 southbound is pretty heavy from State Road 37 to 96, where a crash has a center lane blocked. 465 northbound backs up between 86 and the dog leg. 65 northbound tight from Raymond to the south split through construction. And southbound Union Chapel at Pleasant, look out for a vehicle fire. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Alan. And now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Coolest night in 3 weeks is ahead for us tonight with lows in the low 60s. Friday to kick off August will be marvelous with our nicest day in 2 months with highs in the upper 70s. Hazy skies, though, with breezy winds out of the northeast. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. We'll go straight to the hotline and bring on Indiana Senator Jim Banks. Mr. Banks, it's been a while. Thank you for coming on. How are you?
Good to be with you. I'm here in Washington, D.C. in the Senate. We're still pushing through with these confirmations of President Trump's nominees, and the August recess for the House started a couple of weeks ago. It's supposed to start for the Senate tomorrow, but I think we're going to be here through the weekend to continue to push through as many of these nominees as we can before we go home.
So what's up with the Democrats? The Democrats are stalling, right?
Yes. I mean, this is actually the first time in recorded history that a president hasn't received a single voice vote or have any of his nominees confirmed on block, and at this point we're not talking about cabinet secretaries, guys. We're talking about ambassadors. We're talking about some of the undersecretaries and the assistant secretaries. These aren't partisan people. These are people that have serious jobs. A lot of them that are national security related or economic related, and that what the Democrats are doing is they're stalling it so that because all of these confirmations have time limits on the floor. So in normal times, whether it's a Democrat president or Republican president, there would be bipartisan support for pushing through packages of a dozen or 2 dozen or more nominees at a time so that you can get these people on their job. They have an important job to do. So get them. We're 6 months into the administration, and the Democrats are holding back a lot of these nominees and preventing President Trump and his team from doing even more to support this country and move our country forward. So it's disappointing, but that what that means is that the Republican leadership needs to keep us here to keep working and make the Democrats suffer too. They want to go home, and as you guys know, the United States Senate is a little bit of a nursing home. So these old guys and these old women, they want to take a break and go home and take naps and have an August recess, but keep them here. It's their fault. So keep them here. Keep the Democrats here, too.
Absolutely.
And let's keep pushing through as many of these as we can before we take a break.
Senator, what would you rather sit through? Somebody that's up there stalling intentionally for a vote, or somebody throwing a temper tantrum like Cory Booker did recently? Because I saw your face. Like, your face went viral again during the Cory Booker meltdown. Pick your poison there, Senator. Which one?
What was that?
Well, I think I've told you guys before, part of the freshman hazing in the U.S. Senate is you have to, and for me it's in 2-hour blocks where I go sit in the vice president's chair and preside over the Senate. And most of the time it's really boring, and just between you guys and me, like sometimes I get really tired and have a hard time keeping my eyes open. But I'm on C-SPAN, I'm on TV, so the tens and tens of people that are tuned in watching the Senate on C-SPAN, I don't want them to watch me falling asleep. And the rules of the Senate are that you can have water or milk are the two drinks that you can have on the floor of the Senate. You can't have anything else. I don't know why milk is allowed, but you can have water
No
or
coffee or Coke.
and for me, that's a problem because I need some caffeine. I need some coffee. So it's hard that 2-hour block every afternoon when I'm sitting in the chair. It's hard to stay awake. But yesterday or the day before, I'm sitting there and I see Klobuchar from Minnesota. Very unhappy. She's very emotional. She's very, very mad about something, but I don't know what she's mad about. At times I thought maybe she was mad at me, and I'm just sitting in the chair. And then Cortez Mastro from she's from Nevada.
Yeah.
They were on the floor. What they were trying to do is they were trying to push through a bipartisan pro-police bills for Police Week on Capitol Hill, which is a good thing to do. They worked with the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, Chuck Grassley, who's on the floor, who's allowing them to move these bills forward by unanimous consent. Same thing I'm talking about with the nominees. You move these things by unanimous consent, bipartisan support. And Cory Booker comes out and blows him up and starts wagging his finger at his fellow Democrats, saying, "You guys are the problem with the Democrat Party. You're complicit with Donald Trump." And you saw Klobuchar's blood was just boiling. She was angry and mad at Cory Booker.
More than normal.
More than normal. So Cory Booker was like the turd in the punch bowl with his Democrat colleagues. I got to preside over him. Usually the Democrats are good at fighting in private, and Republicans are the ones that fight. And we make sometimes we have these food fights in public, and with the Republican Party. Democrats usually fight in private, and then they always do what Nancy Pelosi or Chuck Schumer tells them to do. But in this case, they've got some real division in their party, and they're having a hard time. Over the weekend, you guys might have saw this. Over the weekend, the Wall Street Journal published a bipartisan poll. It had a Democrat pollster and a Republican pollster, and that poll said that the Democrat Party is more unpopular today than it's been in the history of the Democrat Party, and that's because they're completely rudderless. They have their only agenda is to be anti-Donald Trump. They have no agenda for the country. They're totally aimless. They don't know what they stand for. All the while, Donald Trump and Republicans are pushing through this pro-working class agenda. The Republican Party is the party that passed no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, extended the Trump tax cuts, securing the border and saving jobs for working class Americans. The Republican Party is the party that represents the hardworking men and women of this country, and that's why the Democrats don't know what to do, and they're just fighting with themselves over who can be the most progressive. But here, one last thought on the Democrat food fight that I got to sit in the chair and watch. That Cory Booker the whole time is looking at the camera up in the corner, and why was he doing that? Because he immediately went back to his office and clipped those videos and sent them to every Democrat voter in Iowa. The guy wants so badly and so desperately to be president. That was all about that. He was playing to his base.
There it is. And we could talk about him wanting to run for president, but I got to tell you, just we've known you for a long time. We met in person. I feel like the exasperated look on your face. I felt bad, but I kind of giggled at the same time. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Because we've all been in meetings like that before.
We've all been in meetings like that before.
Well, sometimes when two of your enemies or whatever you want to call them are fighting, you just let them fight with each other.
Yeah.
And in this case, they just kind of sit back and let them go at each other, and it was painful and a little bit fun to watch.
So that's what. So Cory Booker, you think is gonna in 2028? Is he angling for a presidential run?
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And if you watch these Democrats, they're all trying to figure out who's gonna run next. And they always joked about it when I got to the Senate that 100 senators look in the mirror and think I could be president too. I don't look in the mirror and see that. I love being a senator for Indiana. But these Democrat senators are all looking in the mirror and thinking to themselves, maybe like Cory Booker, maybe he can be president, or maybe Cory Booker and Klobuchar ran against each other for president. So they were on the debate stage.
Right.
Remember
And I got to
with
be
Joe
honest,
Biden.
Senator.
They really don't like each other.
Him wanting to pick a fight with Klobuchar after what we've heard about her, I don't think he wants the smoke.
No.
I don't think he wants any part of Amy Klobuchar, to be honest.
That's right. There's a lot of drama.
Real quick here before we let you go, we're speaking with Senator Jim Banks. Talk to me about the Reside Act. I know you're working with some bipartisan mayors on a bill to try to build some more homes for Indiana.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I serve on the banking committee, and part of the banking committee's jurisdiction is housing and HUD. And we passed a significant bipartisan bill out of the banking committee this week, but that had a number of provisions. And I got some language into that bill on a number of different issues. But the Reside Act allows local communities, and I talked to mayors all over Indiana, bipartisan mayors from Terre Haute, the Democrat mayor in Terre Haute, the Republican mayor in Marion, and mayors everywhere else. And I think I got quotes of support from bipartisan mayors from 20 different
Were you in
cities
Zionsville?
in the state of Indiana. I don't know. I don't know if the mayor of Zionsville, mayor's there. I don't know. I'm sure he supports the bill because what the Reside Act does is it allows these communities to take abandoned warehouses and abandoned buildings and then turn those buildings into housing. And right now we have a housing crisis in America. It's too darn expensive to buy a house, to build a house, and interest rates are too high. Jerome Powell and the Fed need to bring interest rates down lower, so the interest rates on mortgages, on buying a house will come down too. And so the Reside Act is going to go a long ways in Indiana to creating more affordable homes for working class Hoosiers, and I'm proud to work on issues like that in the Senate.
Follow him on Twitter, X, at Senator Banks. Senator Jim Banks, we appreciate your time, and we'll talk again here in a couple weeks.
Thank you, Senator.
All right, have a good day.
All right, Alan Green is standing by, filling in for Matt Baer. Alan, what's going on?
Hey, on the north side, 465 eastbound past Michigan, a crash has a center lane blocked and traffic is jammed up again. 69 southbound heavy from 37 to 96. An accident, the center lane is taken out there. 465 northbound heavy from 79th to the Dogleg as a result. 65 northbound backs up from Raymond to the South Split. This report brought to you by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
I mean, those images of Jim Banks, who was running that committee, where Cory Booker was just ranting, and it would cut to him, and he was just exhausted and exasperated and just annoyed. Like, come on, dude, this is for police funding.
He looked like Lou Brown in Major League.
He really did.
When Harris and Dorn were fighting.
Yeah, I know.
Shut up, Dorn.
Come on.
Like the facial expressions of Banks.
It was great.
And it's so right, because Cory Booker's campaigning. He totally is campaigning. But pound for pound, if we're going to handicap a fight here between Amy Klobuchar, well-known hothead, who's been known to throw stuff at staff members, and Farticus, Cory Booker, sign me up for the old Snow Queen, as she was known as during her presidential run, Amy Klobuchar. 71 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Are you okay with this? Next.
The deals at Andy Moore Ford just keep on coming. The red, white, and new sales event. Get independence from car payments with no payments for 3 months and enjoy your freedom in the new Ford F-150 Super Crew or that absolutely amazing Ford Mustang with 0% APR financing for 48 months. Save $15,000. That's $15,000 off MSRP on new 2024 F-150s or Expeditions, or buy a new Ford Super Duty truck for under $40,000. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield is your spot for all the Super Duty trucks. They've got 175 trucks to choose from right there on the lot at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. And with more to your door, simply purchase your vehicle online and they'll deliver it to your door. Andy Moore Ford, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at andymoreford.com. That's MOHR. I love Andy. andymoreford.com.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They are draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SMART for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code SMART. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SMART for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SMART.
Attention! If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. And using your FSA or HSA funds, you could save up to 30% off. To find out if you're a viable candidate, request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 463-348-2596. Instead of masking the symptoms, it resolves the problem at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Find out if you're a viable candidate today. Request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics, 463-348-2596, 463-348-2596.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Hammer and Nigel to 46220 today.
Are you really okay with this? Are you okay?
Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this?
On the Hammer and Nigel show.
Oh, yeah! Before we get started, Hammer, I do believe Rob Kendall, even though he was gone today, is still calling in for Off the Rails. Is that correct? Is he calling in?
Yes, he went to some convention, like a...
Not Gen Con.
No, like in Chicago, like a card convention. So he's calling in from there.
A Florida man convicted of killing his wife and 2 kids with a machete in 94. Ugh. Set to be executed today in what would be the 9th death sentence carried out in 2025 in Florida, and setting a new state record for a single year. Are you okay with this?
Yes! I love this. Now, keep in mind, some states having record executions doesn't really mean a whole lot. But when a state like Florida does it, Florida puts people down all the time. I feel like we need to have the ghost of Tom Carnegie rise up from his grave and give us one of these.
It's a new track record.
It's a new execution record. You know me. I'm a romantic. I like it when bad guys die.
You would like to start up a cable network?
I would. I'm just looking for some backers. If anybody wants to do Shark Tank with me here and fund this amazing idea, I think there's a market for it. Pay-per-view executions.
Pay-per-view, yeah.
And the subsequent funeral channel. I feel like there's a lot of goth emo people that would enjoy this. But to this, yeah, this guy is one of the worst people imaginable. And if we could make him not breathe our air anymore, I feel like that's good for the environment.
Luke Combs, big-time country artist. When I say big, he is a big boy.
Long neck, ice cold beer never broke my heart.
He says he believes the audience deserves a perfect show and that some artists go out there after they've had a, quote, few too many. Talking about alcohol. Check it out.
There isn't an artist out there who hadn't played a show and had a few too many and maybe not been as good as they could have been. But my days of doing that were not on the internet.
Right.
They were in
That's a huge
bars
difference.
in college, and nobody remembers it. If you're doing that in an arena somewhere, and there's people that go to one show. I mean, they would go to an arena show or an amphitheater show or a stadium show. That might be the only show they go to for the whole year because they've saved up money, and I think that they deserve a near perfect show when you're out there.
You okay with that, Tate?
I'm okay with that. I like his professionalism. I think he's right. But sometimes maybe these artists need to loosen up a little bit to have a good time out there. But you got to know where the line is. Like, remember when Toby Keith kind of had to cancel a show here in Indy?
Did he cancel it or did
Rescheduled it. But he went out there hammered, and he stopped the show, and I think they refunded the money.
What happened?
And he booked another show. Yes. They say he was sick, wink, wink, but I think Toby had been sucking back on Grandpa's old cough medicine.
And then you had an experience with Counting Crows, too, right? When you went to the...
Well, he was stoned out of his mind.
Adam Duritz.
I was doing promotions for ZPL back when I was a young promotional kid, and we're up there. It's Deer Creek, Counting Crows. It's the election year where it was Bush against Kerry.
Yes.
So the lead singer of the Counting Crows, I swear this was the inspiration for that commercial that was out. He goes on stage. He says, "Hello, Cleveland." It's Indianapolis. And then he lays on the ground.
Come on.
He lays on the ground and says how important this election is. And let me tell you why voting for John Kerry is such a big thing for this country. Like, people started booing. Like, dude, shut up and play Mr. Jones. You said the wrong city. You're trying to get us to vote for Frankenstein. Just play around here and shut up.
Do we have time for... Yeah, we got time for one more. Katy Perry and former Canadian Prime Minister, pretty boy Justin Trudeau, are reportedly in a relationship. Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau. The two were seen getting cozy at an event, and he was also seen at her concert. Are you okay with this?
Yes, I'm okay with this. He's not the prime minister anymore. Katy Perry's got big jugs, so good for him. But I don't believe we should be surprised by this. Katy literally gave us the playbook years ago. I kissed a girl and I liked it. She's into that kind of thing, right? So here she is. There's really not a whole lot of difference between a girl and Justin Trudeau. I kissed the girl and I liked it. Substitute the girl for Justin Trudeau. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, coming up next, calling in from a sports memorabilia convention in Chicago.
Nice of him.
We're going to go off the rails with Rob Kendall. Now, if you want to see what it would look like, and I think a lot of you do, of what it would look like if Rob Kendall got punched in the face, go to the Hammer and Nigel Show Twitter account right now.
Okay.
Nige, go there right now.
Going there right now.
Thanks to the magic of AI, you now know what it's like to see Rob Kendall get punched in the face. Leave a comment on who you think is doing the punching. Could be his wife, could be Casey, could be Diego Morales. I don't know. But Hammer and Nigel's Twitter account.
Man,
make sure you follow us. Make sure you like us. You can see Rob Kendall getting punched in the face, and he is going off the rails right after we have a look at the news. My man Jake's got you.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
how they will be acknowledged. It is cloudy and 70 degrees in downtown Indy. High is 73, low is 60. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 529. Canada is planning to recognize a Palestinian state this September following France's lead. The U.S. Department Principal Deputy Spokesperson Tommy Pigott says the move would encourage Hamas and hurt chances for peace.
We are seeing, as the president's described, that this could be seen as a reward for Hamas. And in many ways, as the secretary also said, this could hurt the process of peace. Because of these timelines they set there, Hamas has been the one blocking reaching a ceasefire. Hamas has been the one blocking peace. And now we have these timelines set that could actually lead to a reward for Hamas if they continue in this behavior.
The United Kingdom also said it might recognize Palestine if a peace deal is not reached between Israel and Hamas by September. The chairman of the Republican National Committee announced he is running for U.S. Senate seat in 2026. Fox's Jill Nato has more.
President Trump's daughter-in-law, Lara Trump, looked to be a possible candidate for the North Carolina Senate seat being vacated by Tom Tillis. She ruled out running for the job, and that opened up the door for RNC Chair Michael Whatley. He told a crowd in his hometown of Gastonia, North Carolina,
"With the complete and total endorsement of President Donald Trump, I am running to be the next senator from the great state of North Carolina."
Whatley's expected to go up against former North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper, who announced he's running for the seat earlier this week. Tillis resigned after he spoke out against President Trump's big, beautiful budget bill, and the president torched him for it. Jill Nato, Fox News.
A big grocery chain continues to fight for better wages and benefits. Johnette Cruz reports.
Contract negotiations continue for Kroger employees across central Indiana. The Kroger Central Division and UFCW Local 700 bargaining committees met last week, going back to the table to discuss a new contract. Wednesday, one of the country's biggest unions stopped in Indianapolis to show support.
No, as your representative, I will always stand with you. I will always fight with you.
That's Congressman Andre Carson speaking to the employees who are looking for better wages and benefits. To ensure stability, the current contract has been extended through August 30th. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
It's 5:32, and you've got WIBC traffic with Alan Green.
Thanks, Jake. 69 southbound is solid between 106th and 82nd due to a crash block in the center lane. 465 eastbound before ditch, another accident as the center lane blocked, and traffic is backed up from the dogleg. 465 northbound as a result is heavy between 86th and the dogleg. 65 northbound slows through construction between Raymond and the South Split. This report brought to you by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their Best Stand Concrete Patio Package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now your American Standard Cooling Weather Center forecast.
We're tracking our coolest night in just over 3 weeks for our Thursday night, with lows falling into the lower 60s. Leads way to a beautiful start to August, with our nicest day overall coming up in about 2 months. Highs will be in the upper 70s. Some hazy skies in the mix, but mainly sunny, and a breeze out of the northeast. Equally just as fantastic for Saturday, with highs in the upper 70s to low 80s with dry time as well, and a tamed muggy meter. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel, on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!"
And now, Hammer and Nigel go off the rails with Rob Kendall.
Noise pollution.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a very special guest on the hotline.
He is the #1 rated midday host in all of Central Indy.
Yes.
Rob Kendall joins us from the Kendall and Casey Show. Rob, how are you?
Great. Thanks as always, guys, to our segment sponsor, Garage Doors of Indianapolis.
Rob,
where are you at?
Yeah, where are you calling from?
I am at the National Sports Card Collectors Convention. I don't collect anymore, but once a year you can come see some of the biggest nerds in the world, and I am down for that. So I am in Chicago, Illinois today, seeing other people who make me feel better about myself.
Now, hold on. The biggest nerds in the world are right here in this city this weekend for Gen Con. I got news for you, Rob. and they can spend all the money they can, man, and I ain't mad at them for it.
I like the Gen Con nerds. I love them.
Hell yeah.
You know, it is fascinating, right, to see all of these people that come together. We're in Chicago, Illinois this year. It's in a different city most years. But it's just an amazing opportunity to just watch people who are passionate about something. Like, I love that. Obviously, Hammer, you're a huge baseball fan like I am, so you see so much cool sports memorabilia, baseball memorabilia, et cetera. But it's seeing all these people that are super passionate, and it brings everybody together. It's so cool because, like, it's the one place, and I never get this, there's no politics here. People are just talking about what big nerds they are, and I love it.
So basically, you're looking at people enjoying that event the way people look at you when you go to a Brownsburg water meeting.
That's right. Yeah, it's very rare that I go somewhere where I'm the cool guy in the room, but here I'm the cool guy in the room.
And let me ask you a question. I heard most of your interview. Can you reset your interview with former ISP Superintendent Doug Carter and what that whole thing was about? That was fascinating.
Yeah, it was really an interesting interview. So this goes back to last year when Doug Carter helped oversee, when he's still state police superintendent, the investigation of a guy by the name of Tom Kleinhelter. Tom Kleinhelter is the Du Bois County Sheriff. He's a close political ally of Mike Braun, and he was accused of misusing money out of the commissary fund. That's the fund that inmates pay while they're in the jail. Yeah. And it involved trips that he was paying for his wife to take. And then the state police came in. Doug Carter helped launch the investigation. There was an 80-page probable cause affidavit. State police felt like they had an ironclad case against the guy. They were moving forward with the case with the special prosecutor. And then magically, Braun becomes the governor. New state police superintendent comes in. And all of a sudden, everything goes away and the guy walks scot-free. And Doug Carter said, that's not right. On top of that, the guy who investigated the case, Jeff Heron, esteemed member, 30-plus years in the state police, did the Jamie Knoll investigation, was in charge of the Deshaun Reed investigation. He gets punished as a part of it, and I think Doug Carter is very concerned about how all this happened, and what he felt was a strong case against public corruption just went away.
Well, so what's the synopsis? What's the 30,000-foot view from what he thinks happened here? Why did the story go away?
Well, I think Carter's very concerned about the idea that you have a guy who is a close political ally of the governor. I believe was in a TV ad with the governor. There's a big endorsement people can see on social media that this guy had with the governor. And all of a sudden, Braun becomes the governor and a new state police superintendent comes in, and all of a sudden these charges go away. And again, we're talking an 80-page probable cause affidavit, according to Carter, against this guy. It seemed like they felt very good about where the case was going. And then all of a sudden, with the new governor and the new the new state police superintendent, the special prosecutor drops all the charges.
Are the attorney general and governor aware of everything going on here, Rob?
Well, this is the thing when I was talking about it. This is the complete lack of transparency you get with these people, whether it's Diego Morales, whether it's something like this. The governor should absolutely, if there's nothing to hide, demand that the state police superintendent release all the information on how they went in a couple months' time from what Doug Carter felt was an ironclad case against this guy to no charges being filed. What changed? What changed from that 80-page probable cause affidavit? It's the same thing, though, with Diego. The governor should absolutely, especially in light of this Indy Star piece that came out on Raju Shantala, the contractor with Diego's office who was in India while Diego was selling, promoting that he was selling EB-5 visa access, the governor should absolutely demand that the state police investigate that trip to India and release the information to the public. But for some reason, this governor doesn't want to stand up and do what's right, and it keeps raising red flags every single time.
Did you ever have to show Diego your paycheck? Did that deal fall through? I'll show you mine. If you show me yours, who and what paid for the trip?
Diego refused to show proof that the check was ever cashed. He also refused to show proof of receipts that matched the check. So we said, we're done here. Look, Diego Morales is a clown. He's a joke. He's a disgrace. Everybody in the State House knows what's going on. They know the giant red flags that pop up on a daily basis with this guy, and yet nobody will touch it. And the most logical reason, is that the money that fuels Diego touches many other people in the State House, and they don't want to do the right thing because it's going to end up looking bad on them.
So, Rob, serious question. Which of these people would you rather sit down and have a Thanksgiving dinner with? Raju, Diego, or Todd Young?
Oh, my gosh. I don't know if you haven't lived an exemplary life, how it looks when they greet you at the gates of hell, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's those three guys there to greet you. Todd Young would probably make someone else pay for it, so that would be a problem. I don't know, man. It's really tough. Really tough.
Going off the rails here with Rob Kendall. Did you hear, you were gone today, I know you've been traveling. Did you hear Donald Trump, or did you talk about Donald Trump possibly saying something about possibly giving the American people like $600 rebates? And I wonder where you are with that, if you think that's a good idea.
Yeah, so Josh Hawley, who's a senator from Missouri, was championing this. And
Yes.
I guess we just didn't learn from COVID, because isn't that what we did during COVID?
Yep.
Didn't we just throw a bunch of money at people? And what happened during COVID? Oh, the price of everything skyrocketed. See, that's how it works, right? You print a bunch of money, you throw it at people, the price of everything goes up. And whatever we got back, the couple $1,000 collectively we got back, we paid for that numerous times over in terms of inflation. And for some reason, we don't learn from anything. We don't do the right thing. I thought these tariffs were to help pay off the national debt. And see, this is what it's basically putting the money in a circle, right? So the tariff is a tax. Everybody's going to pay more for stuff because of the tariffs. But then they say, well, we're giving you your money back. Well, they're giving us the money back that we just paid in terms of price increases, taxes on stuff. And then they look at you, even though nothing's changed. We're not paying down any debt. We're not making anything more affordable. They're going, look at all this money we gave you. Well, the reality is they already took it from you in terms of the tariff, which is a tax increase.
Going off the rails with Rob Kendall here on the Hammer and Nigel show. Rob, your thoughts on the chief of police down in Cincinnati giving the public a finger wagging because the video of that just awful beating of the white couple at the hands of the minority Cincinnati youth. We watched it. We saw it on social media. And the chief of police in Cincinnati is pissed off at us and not the people that did it.
Isn't that where we're at in government now? Where it's always somebody else's fault. It's always our fault. It's the fact that it got exposed. We're the bad guys, or the people who filmed it are the bad guys. People who put it on the internet are the bad guys. Not the actual bad guys who do the stuff. But we've seen this for years, like in Indianapolis. Go back to the Aaron Bailey shooting. Remember that? That was pre-COVID. That was pre-riot. Aaron Bailey is involved in this police officer shooting. The police officers are cleared. They're cleared by a special prosecutor. They're cleared by the merit board. And you think the response from the mayor would be, oh, thank God, our police officers acted accordingly. It's been fully investigated. He comes out, what's he do? He condemns the merit board. We have seen this time and time again with these politicians where they cater to these awful, rotten, horrible people. And what's it do? It emboldens the behavior.
Rob, where are you walking around at right now currently? Like, are there any, like, baseball stars there signing autographs? Are you going to wait in line to get your picture taken with anybody? Talk about your day.
Well, here's the deal. I went to this thing 10 years ago, and it was still kind of the nerd of the nerds club. Well, now over the past 10 years, where sports cards and sports memorabilia has become this mega business, and there's 9 million people here. There's 9 million people. They all have, like, briefcases. They have their phones out. Like, I'm looking at 10-year-olds that are playing, what's the Howie Mandel show, Deal or No Deal, with a bunch of adults. And here's the thing. I am on the hunt for the Honus Wagner T206. It's the most famous baseball card in the world. There's only like 60 known to exist. I figured if I could find one, it would be here. I haven't seen it in 10 years, and thus far have not found it yet. So hopefully by the end of the day, I will find the Honus Wagner T206. It's worth about $3 million. I'm planning to offer about 65.
So you're honestly hunting for a card just to look at it, right? Is that what I'm gleaned from that?
Oh, yeah, I can't afford any of this stuff, Nigel. No, I can't afford any of this stuff. That's why I gave up collecting a long time ago. I'm poor. I work middays. I'm not afternoon drive like you guys. I'm barely paying the rent.
I'm surprised Rob paid for the gas to get there.
Well, they were very kind and gave me a media pass. I'd have to pay to get in, so I feel like it offset each other.
Nice.
When are you back?
I'll be back tomorrow. And we'll be bringing the heat on a whole bunch of the stuff that you guys talked about. And, congratulations again to everybody on how well the station's doing. You guys are the best, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at the State Fair again this year.
Yeah, baby.
Special thanks to
Garage Doors of Indianapolis. You guys are the best. Thanks.
He's off the rails. That's Rob Kendall. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
There's something timeless about radio. It's where stories are told, ideas are shared, and communities stay connected. Our generation grew up with it, and we still believe in the power of tuning in. At Howard Bailey Financial, we believe planning for retirement should feel just as familiar and trusted. That's why we're bringing real conversations and practical advice to the airwaves. Join us every Sunday at 9 p.m. for our Retire with Purpose Radio Hour, right here on 93.1 WIBC. We'll talk about what really matters in retirement, income you can count on, choices you can feel good about, and a future that reflects your values. Because some things, like good planning and good radio, never go out of style. Howard Bailey Financial, retirement planning that speaks your language. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com. The Retire with Purpose Radio Hour is a paid placement on each airing station.
Garage Doors of Indianapolis has been a local, family-owned and operated business for nearly 50 years and helps keep Central Indiana's economy strong by employing over 70 families. Garage Doors of Indianapolis stands by their products and services while they share and embrace our conservative values. So when you have garage door problems, call them today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis, 875-4577, 875-4577, or visit doorstoday.com.
Indianapolis was built for speed, electricity, and non-stop action. So was Live Golf. So where better to crown a new individual champion? Leading the pack, Rahm, DeChambeau, and Neiman. But only one can be the victor. So be at Chatham Hills August 15th to 17th as Live Golf gets even louder. With a doubleheader concert from Riley Green and Jason Derulo. Tickets are already flying out of the gate. Hurry and grab yours now at livegolf.com.
Your child is 18, and suddenly you no longer have legal access to their medical info, even in an emergency. No health decisions, no financial help, nothing, unless you plan ahead. That's why Trust and Will created the Young Adult Plan. It includes HIPAA authorization, healthcare directives, and power of attorney. Everything your child needs to stay protected and stay connected. Go to trustandwill.com and get your Young Adult Plan for just $69. Because turning 18 shouldn't mean cutting parents out of the picture. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trust and Will.
This is the soundtrack of summer.
And new memories are waiting at your Indiana State Fair.
Your Indiana State Fair returns this Friday. Join us for the greatest 15 days of summer as we welcome back the rides, animals, free entertainment, and more. There's something for everyone, so bring the whole family. Discount tickets are available through tonight.
Sounds like fun. Your Indiana State Fair, presented by Get Prepared Indiana.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with national LTE coverage. Go to rapidradios.com and you'll get up to 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO for an additional 5% off.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
Kick off your weekend with Hammer and Nigel for Beer Sample Friday, brought to you by Wilson's Farm Market. They'll be broadcasting live 3 till 6, talking all things State Fair and, of course, beer. Don't miss the fun.
All right, Alan Green is filling in for Matt Baer.
Hammer, 69 southbound is solid between 106th and 82nd, where a crash has a center lane block. 465 eastbound slows up from the Dogleg to Michigan from an earlier crash. 65 northbound tight Raymond to the south split through construction. And 65 southbound off-ramp to west, there is an accident on that ramp. This report brought to you by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best damn concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Real quick, our pal Abdul reporting that Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith has fired Aaron Sheridan, his senior advisor and legislative affairs director. No real information given yet.
You're fired!
But that's according to our pal Abdul, that Micah Beckwith has fired his senior advisor and legislative affairs director. We'll have more on that coming up probably tomorrow once we get some more information. Right now, we are looking at cloudy skies, 72 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Are we at Blue's funeral tonight?
Same old song.
get tickets to this, right?
Yeah. Coming up sometime next hour, 6 o'clock hour, tickets to see Kansas and Jefferson Starships. So be listening for that.
Right on.
I'm Jason Hammer. Big Nige is here.
Hello.
Producer Kai Lynn filling in for Allison. And MovieWeb.com.
Yes.
They put out a list of 10 animal attack movies they claim are just as good as Jaws.
Let's hear them.
The Alfred Hitchcock classic The Birds from 1963.
Yeah.
The sci-fi film Piranha from 1978.
Okay, yeah.
I always thought like Piranha and Quicksand would be bigger issues. Because when I was a kid, that's all I heard about. Piranha and Quicksand. Never really hear too much about them. 1983's Cujo. Remember Cujo?
Oh, that was brutal. It's a brutal movie.
1997's Anaconda.
Don't want none.
That's a different type of anaconda, Nige. This was Big Snakes. Ice Cube was in it. Jennifer Lopez. The 2007 movie Rogue. I've never seen this, but I guess there's a crocodile issue. People go out on this luxury boat, and something happens where a big, ginormous crocodile tips the boat over into the water.
Yeah.
2011, The Gray, where this plane crashes in like a frozen area and these gray wolves. Yeah.
Yeah.
2014's Back Country. That's about bears as well. 2016, The Shallows, which is a shark movie.
Yeah, it's a shark movie.
2019, Crawl. Do you know Crawl?
No.
It's another movie about gators. And coming in at number 10 on the list, 2023's Cocaine Bear. And I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory.
Well, look, I mean, if The Revenant isn't on there, then this is a bogus list. Do you know what I'm
But is
getting
that
at?
really just an animal attack movie? Because I think these are all animal attack movies. That's like the main story. The bear attack was just one scene, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
Most of the movie was, Leo trying to get through the winter and do Leo stuff. But that Revenant scene, and if you ever want to go down a rabbit hole, go to
Pretty
YouTube.
Brutal, though.
Watch the making of that scene.
Yeah.
Because there's really just some dude in a costume, and he's like, ah! And he's like, and Leo's got to wrestle with this guy, and then they put like computer, imagery around it. But it's just some dude in a bear suit. Ah, here I come. Revenant. Ah. Tomorrow, man, I'm excited. State Fair Show.
Let's do it.
State Fair Show is tomorrow. We hope you guys can join us. We're going to be set up in the tap room, the big, beautiful beer section, the beer garden, the tap room, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be there. The deep fried Oreo contest, the beverages. We're expected to have one of the Three Dog Night members calling in.
Danny Hutton, yeah, one of the original founding members. Hell yeah.
So we're excited for that.
Yeah, that's on the free stage later that night.
And coming up, we got another hour of the Hammer and Nigel show. And sometime before 7 o'clock, your chance to win tickets to go see Kansas with Jefferson Starship coming to Indy here in a few weeks.
I close my eyes.
It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like your neighbor Brett.
We did Galaxy for the sidewalks and also the porch. The porch had a few pits. Galaxy said that was no problem.
Home or business, Galaxy Concrete Coatings got you covered.
Obviously with the front sidewalk and step, so we didn't worry about any kind of slipping. You're concerned about that after rain. And then when it did dry, it didn't spot, it didn't stain. It was just like it had been done yesterday.
Lots of styles to choose from, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
One thing that my wife commented on was how easy the Galaxy coating swept versus just the bare concrete.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com now. That's Galaxy Concrete Coatings. And remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We're out of this world.
We moved here recently. I didn't even think twice about calling anyone else but Galaxy to come do this house.
What if one day could change the trajectory of your life? A sharpening of character, a challenge to grow deeper, stand stronger, and lead better in faith, family, and purpose. At the Life Church Men's Event on Saturday, August 2nd, you'll hear raw truth from men who've been through the fire. You'll worship, connect, and leave with more than inspiration. You'll leave with a battle plan. Show up, lean in, let God do the rest. Register at lifechurchin.com.
Hey folks, Scott Wilson here from Wilson Farm Market, just 20 minutes north of Carmel. We're proud to bring you the freshest produce farmed right here in Indiana and across the Midwest. And don't miss our home-style fried chicken, scratch-made bakery, and a deli packed with ready-to-go favorites. Got a sweet tooth? Check out a variety of old-fashioned candies, the kind that brings back sweet memories from your childhood. At Wilson Farm Market, we're all about local freshness, friendly faces, and food that feels like home. Wilson Farm Market. That's Wilson Farm Market.
Your child is 18, and suddenly you no longer have legal access to their medical info, even in an emergency. No health decisions, no financial help, nothing, unless you plan ahead. That's why Trust and Will created the Young Adult Plan. It includes HIPAA authorization, healthcare directives, and power of attorney. Everything your child needs to stay protected and stay connected. Go to trustandwill.com and get your Young Adult Plan for just $69, because turning 18 shouldn't mean cutting parents out of the picture. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trust and Will.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is $0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning. Owner Jim Scott says his company has grown to the size it is now by putting the customer first.
It took us 5 years to be bigger than I ever thought we would, and then 10 years to really be, wow, it's huge. But our customers got us here. They're loyal customers. They like what we do. They like what we offer.
If you're in Boone or Hamilton County, call 765-601-1461 for Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Sun's up, the coffee is brewing, and Tony Katz is your morning information barista.
Tony Katz, good to be with you.
Clarity.
We're not interested in having this debate. We're only interested in honestly addressing the issue.
Context.
We should not present this in any other light. The objective is the destruction of Western civilization.
And a little caffeine.
Only the Constitution should rule.
Tony Katz in the Morning News, weekdays 6 till 9 on 93 WIBC.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Marek Mazurek. Fort Wayne-based Parkview Health announced Thursday it is building a $200 million hospital and medical office building in West Lafayette on land acquired from the Purdue Research Foundation. Parkview said the hospital would accommodate up to 40 inpatient beds and offer a 24/7 emergency department. Construction is expected to begin next year on the 200,000 square foot project, with the hospital projected to open in 2028. Parkview's Chief Growth Markets Officer John Bowen said the health system has been in discussions with the city of West Lafayette, Purdue University, and the Purdue Research Foundation for more than 2 years.
As they've grown, there is a need for healthcare services. We've identified that through conversations. The community has expressed that as well. And so when you look at that need, we feel like we would be a great partner in working to meet that need.
The announcement comes just weeks after Indiana University Health approved a $214 million investment in 2 new healthcare facilities in the Lafayette area. From the #1 source of Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care, and deliveries keep moving. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Fox Corporation, which carried the Indy 500 for the first time this year, announced Thursday it has acquired a 1/3 interest in Penske Entertainment, which owns and operates the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the Indy Car Racing Series. Fox owns Fox Sports, and they and Penske agreed to a multi-year extension of Fox Sports' media rights deal with IndyCar. The deal only includes Penske Entertainment and doesn't affect Team Penske or other parts of the Penske Corporation empire. The companies didn't disclose the terms of the deal or say how many years Fox will now carry the series, but the Wall Street Journal, who broke the news about the deal, reported that it's in the range of $125 to $135 million. I'm Marek Mazurek for 93 WIBC.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, what a company is investing, even it can take long to put out a fire, and you will find out why. And a fun event happening through the weekend that fans are excited about. You'll hear about this right after Fox News. You are listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis, and it is now 6 o'clock.
Concern about famine. I'm Tom Graham, Fox News. President Trump sending a delegation to Gaza to survey the Palestinian people amid widespread starvation in the war-torn Strip.
President Trump breaks with Benjamin Netanyahu on the issue of starvation in Gaza. Netanyahu has said there is none. President Trump has said he has seen pictures of starving children there. So to settle this, the president is going to send his own people into the Gaza Strip. He's also breaking with European allies who plan to recognize a Palestinian state in Gaza because he thinks that is giving Hamas terrorists exactly what they have wanted all along since the planning stages of the October 7th attack. The president himself wrote the fastest way to end the humanitarian crises in Gaza is for Hamas to surrender and release the hostages.
Fox's Peter Doocy. President Trump has given nations around the globe till August 1st, tomorrow, to strike a trade deal with the U.S. or face steep tariffs. The White House has inked several new deals ahead of that deadline. Fox's Lauren Simonetti.
Let's start with South Korea. 15% tariff rate. Plus, Trump says $350 billion for investments owned and controlled by the United States and selected by myself as president. Additionally, South Korea will purchase $100 billion